All right, everybody, welcome to tonight's ball game between the Chester Cyclones and the Mid-Carolina Bulldogs. I'm Clint Davis, got Jeff Kerr back with me this week, and Jim Fuller. We're thankful that you are with us and you have chosen to join us for tonight's ball game between the Chester Cyclones and the Mid-Carolina Rebels, not Bulldogs.
I was getting ready to have to correct you.
Yeah, Newberry is the Bulldogs,
yeah.
And so we're here. We're ready to go. We're looking forward to tonight's game. We are in Prosperity, South Carolina, and I'm glad to have my guys back with me. Missed you last week, man.
Yeah, missed you too. I was down in Orlando and having some fun, but not a lot of fun. But it was good to be back. Good to be back here, and just good to be back on Friday night. What a great – this is a really cool – it's an old school. When you talked about it before, Clint, coming in here, it's kind of that old football, high school football setting. You know, you got a baseball field right behind us, and we're in an old press box on the visitor side, and just kind of got that really cool high school football feeling.
It's just good to be back. It's absolutely good.
Good evening and welcome to
One wish you would think would make a difference
between Chester Cyclones and the Mid-Carolina High School.
Well, yeah, it is good to be here as we get together. We're excited. Thank you guys for being with us. We are on the internet. We'll sit in our signal, so trying to get it on the radio as it goes out. So you guys be aware of that, and just get excited to join us as we get together and think about how we can pull the Cyclones through tonight here at Mid-Carolina. Last game of the season, Jeff.
Yeah, it is. Hard to believe we're here already. It's been a weird season. Last game of the season, I feel like we've played for 12 weeks and we haven't played but, 8 games. I don't know what the number is at this point in time. But, obviously we got this game and take care of business here, and then we'll, I guess in 2 weeks, host a home playoff game.
Well, that would be the goal. Certainly do that. So the Cyclones need to get through this game tonight and be victorious. And if they're able to do that, they will lock up number 2 in the region. The number 2 seed in the region will host a home playoff game, number 3 seed coming out of the Seneca area. And so we look forward to being able to host that team in next Friday, or 2 Friday nights. We got next week off. First weekend of November, we'll be at home with a home playoff game, and that's what our plan is. Cyclones will have some players back tonight they didn't have last week. We'll talk about that more as we get going. So with that said, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK.
Taking part indirectly in tonight's game. The cheerleaders, the band, the pep squad, and the students have supported.
I couldn't hear you when you were talking.
I can't hear Jim either.
These young people play an integral part in their team's success.
Try to talk now, Jimbo.
Okay, how about that? Is that better? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I think it's because I'm sitting next to you.
Yeah, I'm not getting much out of your microphone for some reason. We've had you working before.
I'll just be a ghost.
You might be.
Might be a ghost.
You might have to be. Let me try you on another one.
That's all right.
Keep talking, Jim.
Okay, I'm going to keep talking and keep talking.
No, for some reason I got nothing.
We've done this. It's not like it's our first time.
No. I don't know what the.
Can you hear me, Clint?
Yeah, I got you.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. We just can't hear you.
Yeah, that's the way it
Okay.
goes.
Try it now, Jimbo.
Okay, you any better? Nope.
Nope.
That's not working.
I don't have you. I'm sorry, Jimbo.
Well, that's okay. I'll just start walking back home.
What's that?
So I'll start walking back home.
Well, he knows the way. 76.
I told you.
Oh, 8-1, man. He likes 7-6.
That's right. I told you.
I don't know why that's not working.
Face covering at all times.
I don't need
All spectators and anyone associated with an auxiliary group are asked to maintain 6 feet social distance.
I have no idea what's not working.
Consideration
We'll figure it out.
I'll work on it.
We got an engineer next to us.
to allow for social distancing.
See what? That's a pretty
Megaphones
sunset.
and any other similar artificial noisemakers that could potentially spread respiratory droplets are prohibited from use by spectators. After each match
I don't know.
or game
I don't either.
has been completed, parents and fans will not be allowed on the
We'll get back. Start back in a second.
congregate in the bleachers or hallways. We ask everyone to leave and go directly to the parking lot. Children between the age
All right, we're back here at Mid-Carolina High School as we get ready for tonight's game. We've lost Jim's microphone somehow, and so I apologize to him, and I apologize to those of you who've tuned in just to hear 81 speak. 81, that's his new nickname. 81, obvious reasons. He's 81 years old, and we're so thankful he's with us. But we've lost his microphone. I'm going to try to work on it as we go through the game. But thank you guys for tuning in as we get started. Also, remind you that we're sending this signal via internet, so you can pick this up on our podcast, which is Chester Cyclones Football. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Spreaker.com, or you can follow me on Twitter, CLEETUS 74, Cletus 74, and you can pick it up there as well. But we look forward to being able to bring tonight's game. They gave a long list of standards that were to be applied for COVID-19 protocols and outside stadiums and not gathering together and being separated, and yet I didn't see anybody move.
Artificial noisemakers.
I didn't see anybody move. I saw nobody put a face covering on, so maybe they just had to go through that laundry list of requirements and protocols to get going for tonight's game. But Cyclones down at the left side of the field doing a little warm-up. Henry Glenn kicking extra points right now. I think Cyclones practicing that. Now Coach Caldwell, Coach Floyd leading the team off the field. It's senior night here at Mid-Carolina High School, and we look forward to playing this game. As we get going here tonight, let's talk a little bit about the Cyclones, Jeff. Coming off of a big win last week up in Hickory, played the Hickory Hawks, and y'all weren't able to make that game, but it was not much of a game for the Cyclones. It was a big win. I think it was 40-something to nothing, and it could have been worse. There were several turnovers, several things that happened. Coach Floyd a little frustrated with how his team was playing, but got that game out of the way, and were able to get some players back. Also coming off a big win against Fairfield Central 2 weeks ago, 31-0. First time in school history they blanked Fairfield Central, and so Cyclones ready to go here tonight and got a full gamut of their players, their full roster, with the exception of Tim Brown, who hurt his knee and is out for the season, and Zan Dunham, who's still out tonight with a hamstring. But other than that, the Cyclones have everybody back and are ready to go.
Yeah, and you said last week they kind of threw it around the yard a little bit with troopers, so I'm anxious to see if we're going to do a little bit of that tonight. It's a big game, obviously, for the Cyclones. Just you got to keep winning, keep doing what you're doing. And if you keep the other team from scoring, you got a really, really good chance of winning.
That's right.
That is an astute observation.
There you go.
Thank you there, 81.
Thank you. 81 just said that's an astute observation. But certainly it is. You're right, Jeff.
Yeah, so it's going to be, it's a senior night. These, Mid-Carolina's had a tough year. Not going to compare scores or talk about the teams they've lost to that we've played, but they've had a tough year. It's the last home game for these guys, and so they're going to want to come out and play inspired. So I expect them to probably in the first quarter to be a little bit inspired, but hopefully the Cyclones will settle in and under Troopers' leadership, and we'll run the football. That's what we're going to always do, but hopefully I'd like to see us throw it around a little bit. Didn't get to see that last week. So
I think we will. I think Coach Floyd will open it up a little bit more. And, he's playing for the future, certainly wants to win tonight's game to solidify, go into the playoffs on a 4-game winning streak, solidify number 2 in the standings in the conference. But I think he also is playing for the future as well and getting some valuable snaps under Trooper's belt because most likely he's going to be the quarterback, leading candidate, be the quarterback going into next season. And, he has a different skill set than Zan Dunham.
Right.
And for 4 years, the offense has, for a large degree, been created to work around Zan's skill sets, and Trooper has a different set of skills. And so we got to change some things up, and I think we'll see that. They're warming up right now and doing a lot of 4 wide receiver sets and 1 running back in the backfield. So we'll see how that goes. I won't see many tight ends, and obviously missing Kyan Kennedy. I mentioned everybody was back with the exception of Kyan. Kyan is not back. He won't be back for the rest of the season. Had surgery on a broken collarbone. With that said, let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK. Cut you down a little bit, Jimbo? Well, Jimbo, I am sorry, man. I got no sound for you. I got you, and it worked last time we did it.
Yeah, it sure did.
But I got you somewhere you can hear.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
We talk about some games around the region.
Yeah, we can.
Talk about games around our area, I should say.
Talk again, Jimbo.
Okay, what about now?
No, that's not doing it either. Huh.
You think it's something? You think it's anything on the others?
No, I don't. I think it's something. I don't know.
There's something in the connection.
It might be, but I don't think so.
Blowing it.
Old Nintendo. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why it's not working. It worked last time. Forgive me, Jim.
We can work shifts, Jim.
That'll give you something to work on for 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks.
Well, we'll be
Wait a
home
second.
2 weeks.
Wait a second. Talk again?
All right. Is it any better?
Yeah, I can hear him. And it's not because he's sitting next to me. I can hear him on my left ear.
Oh, you can hear him? Okay.
Yeah. Talk,
Okay.
Jim.
How about you, Clint? What do you hear?
Well, I hear you, but I don't hear you as strong as I hear
I don't
Jeff.
hear him strong, but talk again, Jim.
Okay. It's
You got a real weak signal, don't
Yeah, but I can hear him.
You are a ghost.
Well, I'll do first and third, and you can do second and fourth.
We would like to
you're
remember
doing
our
good.
dear friend, Haley Hughes, who passed away on Monday after a brave
Oh.
battle with Ewing's sarcoma.
Oh, that's tough.
At MC, Haley was
That's
involved
brain. Isn't that
as an
brain?
involved member
Yes.
of the test team, student council, FCA, Beta Club, and yearbook staff. She continued her education at Presbyterian College.
All right, we're back here at Mid Carolina High School, and we're honoring a young lady who passed away on Monday due to complications with Ewing sarcoma. Had a long fight. That's a tough one, and certainly our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to all of the Mid Carolina family as they deal with the loss of a young lady who was in class of 2017 and then went on to PC and has ultimately lost her fight with Ewing sarcoma, and so that is a tough situation. As we get going, we continue on. We'll talk about some games around our region, the Cyclones region, and that's our actual geographical region. So go ahead, Jeff. You got a few?
Well, we'll start with the local teams, guys. Louisville on the road tonight at C.A. Johnson. Louisville comes in 0-3 in the region, 3-5 overall. C.A. Johnson's 1-1, 3-3. For Louisville to have a chance for the playoffs, it's a must-win, obviously. So big opportunity for Louisville tonight to get those kids in the playoffs. I don't know a whole lot about C.A. Johnson. They're 3-3. They've played 2 less games than Louisville. So I'm gonna go Louisville on the road. I'm gonna say Louisville's gonna pull it out and find their way into the playoff.
I agree.
Jimbo got Louisville, too. I think Louisville's going to get it done. Louisville's an interesting story to me. They started out 3-0, and now they've lost their last 5, 3 of them being in the region, and that's kind of shocking to me. C.A. Johnson, I think they get it done against C.A. Johnson on the road, and I'm all about the Lions tonight.
Yep, I think they're going to come pull through. Now, of course, the win. Then I don't know that they're guaranteed a playoff, but I know that they lose, they're definitely out. Clint, you got a little bit of knowledge here. Same team Cyclones played last week from Hickory are playing at Great Falls tonight. Non-region game. Great Falls looking for their 6th win of the year, which is a huge accomplishment for those guys down there in Great Falls. Cyclones, dominated Hickory last week. I think Great Falls is going to do the same thing tonight at home and pick up their 6th win. I don't know what that means for Great Falls. They're 1-3 in the region, so I don't know what that means for them for the playoffs. But I'm going to guess and say perhaps they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, well, 4 teams get in from
Right.
regions in 3A, and if that's the same in 1A, certainly Great Falls has
Right.
got an opportunity to get
Yeah.
in. And they beat Louisville in a region game.
Yeah.
So this Hickory team, interestingly, they're 3-5 on the season. Of course, they got hammered last week by the Cyclones, 43-0. It could have been worse. And but last week, interestingly, they had no idea who they were playing this week. And so I wonder if there was a connection made between the 2 Chester County schools and say, hey, listen, give these guys a call. They'll come down and play. And so I think Great Falls, those guys played hard. They were fairly well disciplined last week. They didn't have the athletes to fit with Chester, and I don't think they're going to have the athletes to catch up with Great Falls either. They've got a lot of speed on that Great Falls Red Devils football team.
Right. Kind of moving around the region, our area, the Rock Hill Bearcats, 1-1 on the season in the region, 2-4 are at Ridgeview, who is 0-2, 2-4. Rock Hill, they're fighting for one of those 4 playoff spots in the region. I think if Rock Hill wins, they're in. If they lose, my understanding is it could get a little bit interesting for them. If Northwestern if Rock Hill was to lose, Northwestern would win the region title outright tonight. So that according to Alex Zietlow. So I'm going to go Rock Hill's I'm going to go with the Bearcats. Bubba Pittman, they're going to get the win on the road tonight.
Yeah, the Bearcats on the road, playing Ridgeview. They had a huge win over Blythewood last week. I didn't see that coming. But they beat Blythewood, and, it was they had some, blocked field goals that just really boosted them onto the victory. We'll see what happens. I think Ridgeview, according to Alex, is an athletic football team, but I think the Bearcats go on the road. They got a lot riding on this one tonight. They go on the road. They're fired up after last week's win over Blythewood. They're going to get Ridgeview at home.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
We'll do one more, and then we'll take a break. So Gaffney on the road tonight. Gaffney's 2-0, 8-0 overall. Clover at Clover 2-0, both tied for first in the region. Clover is 3-3 overall. Obviously, we talked about the Clover before opening the season with that big win over Dorman on the road. Last week, Gaffney gave up over 458 yards and 4 touchdown passes to a Nation 4 team that's really, quite honestly, just been, kind of meh. I don't know that Clover's got enough in the tank tonight to beat Gaffney, so I'm going to go Gaffney. I'm going Gaffney, the Indians over the Blue Eagles tonight in a big one.
Yeah, I think the Gaffney Indians come over to Clover, and unfortunately, I don't think Clover's got the firepower to do it. I think Dorman's not as strong as Gaffney is. Gaffney's playing great football right now. And, of course, last week they had a blip, but I don't think they have it 2 weeks in a row. And this could be one of those situations. Alabama lost to Texas A&M and then shut out Mississippi State or, beat the dog out of Mississippi State the next week. So it could be one of those situations. I think Indians get it done in Clover tonight over the Blue Eagles. I hate to say that, but I think it happens.
Yep.
Jimbo said, don't be afraid to speak facts. The truth shall set you free is Jimbo's position.
Amen,
8-1 over there.
8-1. Yeah. So
all right.
Go ahead.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK.
Hayden Hall, son of Brian and Gina Hall.
Oh, they holding a banner for him. Did he pass or something?
Zach Hornsby, son of Richie and Jennifer Hornsby. Blaine McCormick, son of Chad and Diana McCormick.
Yeah, he must something. I don't know. That was the young man they were doing, but they're holding a banner up for him.
Oh, really?
Trevor Odie, son of Angie Odie.
Nice program.
Cheerleading, Dottie Jacobs, daughter of Christy Green.
Dottie Jacobs. I thought he said Donnie at one point. I was like, Donnie Jacobs made his way over here to Mid Carolina. What do we got in New Brunswick too?
Daughter of Paul and Allison.
Or chicken stew.
Chicken stew.
Chicken
We need to hit
stew.
Donnie up for that next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I bet he'll do it.
I
for
need
us.
to hit him up.
Haley Kuhn, daughter of Brian Kuhn and Lindsay Stoudemire.
Oh, bunch of Stoudemire's up here.
This is Stoudemire area.
Yes, sir. Derek's, Valentine's.
Derek's.
Jenny Bass.
Ken to Janice.
Yes.
John and Dale Bass.
All right, we're back here at Mid Carolina High School. It is senior night honoring the cheerleaders and their families right now. Got the band coming up. We ran into some Chester folks
We
at
did.
The restaurant. What was the name of that restaurant,
we
Jeff?
did. Roma's House of Pizza.
Roma's House of Pizza. 081 knew the name. You know he going to know the name.
That's right.
Jimbo going to know the name of the restaurant. Roma's House of Pizza was really good in downtown Prosperity.
Yep. So we ran into some football fans from Batesburg, Leesville in there. They were playing at Newberry tonight, and then we ran into our buddy Gene Loving, who was coming down to support his grandchild, who's in the band. His daughter Kelly lives over here, and I've known them since she was in high school. That's the first time I'd seen them in a long time, so it was good to see them. But they're over here, supporting the band for Mid Carolina. It looks like the crowd's filling in pretty nice over there, guys.
It is. I'm impressed. This football team hasn't done a whole lot all season, but they've been eaten up by the COVID bug too. They missed. We were supposed to play this game mid-September, and just wasn't able to because of COVID. So tonight we're able to fit it in here at the end of the season. And this team had a big loss last week to Fairfield Central. It was a whole lot to a very little, and so we'll see what each week's different, and we'll see what version of the Cyclones show up. And just because the Cyclones beat one team and Mid-Carolina lost to another doesn't mean anything week in and week out.
That's right.
Always got to come and play the game. So we'll see, but we look forward to being able to call this game tonight. Let's continue on, Jeff, talking about games.
Yeah, so listen to this, guys. Boiling Springs is 0 for the season. They're 0-3 in the region, 0-8. They're at Fort Mill, who is 0-2 and 1-6. The winner gets into the playoffs.
That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Fort Mill wins and gets in the playoffs. It won't be pretty in the first round of the playoffs, but they get in.
Well, I'll tell you what. Last week, running back Michael Threat, we never could figure out how to say his name. We should have asked somebody. We had the poor old radio crew Tyler behind us, Tyler Cup. We should have asked him how to say the name, but I think it was Threat. He had 28 rushes for 148 yards, and they have an offensive lineman who is going to the North-South All-Star selection, Marcus Boston Brinkley. And so Fort Mill's got some players. I think Fort Mill gets it done at the house in the raucous environment of the Hive.
Yeah, the Hive.
What you got, Jimbo? You got Fort Mill or Bowling Springs?
No, I got Fort Mill, but I like the way you describe it.
Yeah, the raucous environment of the Hive.
Like
hey,
that.
man, I'm gonna tell you what. If Bowling Springs got a radio crew, they got a delight waiting on them in that press box on the other side of the field over there. That's nice, ain't it, Jeffrey?
It is. It is nice.
So, Fort Mill gets the victory. Before we move to the next game, let me just say I mentioned here the Fort Mill lineman who made the All-Star selection to the North-South All-Star game. There is no Shrine Bowl this season either. There was not one last year, and not one this year. And so the North-South is the game. And the Cyclones have a player, Zan Dunham, who made the North-South game, and very well could have made a Shrine Bowl selection at some point had they had the Shrine Bowl. So congratulations to Zan, and a way to cap off a wonderful career in a Cyclone uniform. And so we're proud of him, and I know all of Chester's proud of him as well.
Yeah,
Louisville had someone.
Louisville had a guy go too, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, what a career Zan had. As a freshman, so hard to duplicate. You go in as a freshman and you win the state championship, and then the expectations are just so high. And then, the following year, then 2 years later, COVID hits, and then we're still kind of dealing with it this year. It's just kind of been a weird career, but he's going to leave here as a state champion, and not many can say that.
No, they cannot. And I tell you, this senior class has lost less than 10 games as a senior class in a Cyclone uniform. So we got to give them credit.
Yeah. So guys, tonight York. Surprising York, 2-0, 6-1 overall, turning things around over there in York. They host Lancaster Bruins. York, with a win tonight, can set up a game next week with South Point for the region title, which would be a really, really big game. So York's playing really well. I don't see Lancaster really giving him much of a fight tonight. I think York pulls away big, probably late in the third quarter, start second half. But I think York wins big and sets up that next showdown next week with South Point.
No, I think you're exactly right. And to me, that ought to be an interesting game and an exciting week ahead. I mean, one of the things that the Herald says and Alex says in the Herald is that the Cougars have simply been dominated by a sophomore leadership. So they're a young football team, and they're 6-1. I mean, this has got to be a situation where Coach Boyd is really growing and developing players, and he's got to be excited about the future. And I think they get it done. I think they'll be locked in, especially with so much on the line to play against South Point, which is 20 minutes from York, and they'll be able to clash together for the region. So I'm with you there, 100%.
Yeah. Big game tonight over in Fort Mill, Indian Land, coming down the street, if you will. 0-2, 4-2 overall, coming off of a really impressive game. They lost, but it was a really impressive effort against South Point last week. Kind of a close game. Playing at Catawba Ridge. Catawba Ridge came in with a lot of expectations this year. Had the number one player in the country in the 2024 class, and the quarterback in Jaden Davis. and he was not playing last week. But they're at home against Indian Land. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going Indian Land with an upset special at Catawba Ridge tonight.
Going with the Warriors on the road.
Here comes not so fast, 81.
Here comes 8-1 with a not so fast. He's about the same age as Corso.
I'm not sure about that one.
Corso over here going with the Catawba Ridge Copperheads at home.
What says you, Rev?
I'm going. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Catawba Ridge at home, and mainly because I'm really confused by the Catawba Ridge season. I really thought coming into the year they were going to be, really playing well, and they just hadn't been able to put it together. They're 4-4 on the season, playing 500 ball, 1-2 in their region. But I think they got to bounce back at some point and have something to play for. Certainly, they're going to probably make the playoffs, but I think they need to get a victory here against Indian Land. I don't think they're going to let Indian Land come up 160 and whip them. But I was really taken back. They got hammered by South Point, Catawba Ridge did, and I was just shocked by that. So Davis, we've heard all about, number one player in the country. He probably has skills everywhere, and I'm starting to question the young man's judgment, quite frankly, because he put on Twitter this week he was so excited to receive an offer from the Mac Attack and at Chapel Hill, and so I'm really starting to wonder if the guy's got good judgment. But I'm sticking with him. You got to be – listen, you're going to be ranked number one player in the country, Jeff.
Yeah.
At some point you got to show it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's give him a little bit of a slack.
He's been injured.
He's a 2024 kid, so
right, he's young.
He's still
sophomore.
growing, still young. But I think the expectations at Catawba Ridge were very, very high. Maybe they're unrealistic. You know how those expectations
very well could
go.
have been. Yeah.
But Indian Land played well last week against South Point. I'm just banking on them, kind of living off that, and they're going into. It's not like they're 4-2 on the season, and one of their losses was to South Point. So. Much closer game than Catawba Ridge, not a comparing scores, but I'm going Indian Land on the road, upset special, my underdog of the week.
Hey, don't go lock it in there, Jeff Rowe. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Stick to your conviction.
I'm all in, baby. I am all in on the Warriors.
All in on the Warriors. All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back. We're going to be all in on this break. Thank you so much. See you soon.
I got the name of the young man from Louisville, so I'll make sure we say that when we come back on.
Okay. All right, man. Y'all got to be down here tonight. Not enough room up top for y'all. I'm going up. Okay. So one of you does huddle and the other one does the actual filming. Is that right? Oh, okay. You tight? Good. That's such a hard.
I'm going to tell you something. Their music selection here I'm all about.
Yeah, they've had some good music.
I played,
Yes, sir.
played a little AC/DC, a little Metallica, some.
A lot better than Chester.
Well, Chester's is just a CD. The same stuff for like 10 years.
I'm really impressed with the crowd on the other side tonight. And there's lots of people waiting to get in. There's people standing around. Just a really cool environment.
A typical high school environment, the way it should be.
Yeah, I like it. No country school. I'm proud of it. As Carlisle Roddy would say, this part of the world's here to hold the rest together.
What's up, dude?
How are y'all?
What's going on?
Hey, made a trip down here. You stopped and killed a deer on the way. Listen, we had about an 8-point running across in front of us on Halseyville Road.
I was going to make one for the next game, but I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in California.
Did you? They're everywhere.
I'll make one for you.
They're everywhere.
I'll get it to you.
Oh, we back here. It's West Mid Carolina Stadium. I'm lost track. I was talking to Mr. Hunter about hunting. The big deer I saw coming down here. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, so just real quickly, a couple things. Travis listening in tonight, not sure where he's covered tonight, but he said if Louisville wins tonight and C.A. Johnson loses to McBee next week, there's a 3-way tie for third between C.A. Johnson, Great Falls, and Louisville. It goes to a tiebreaker, and 2 of the 3 get in. He said the tiebreaker is defensive points allowed in the 3 in their region games. If Louisville loses tonight and C.A. Johnson wins next week. C.A. Johnson third, Great Falls is fourth, and Louisville's out. Got all that?
Yeah, I got it.
Anthony Walls is the young man from Louisville to make the North-South as a running back, defensive back. So congratulations to Anthony Walls as well from Chester. So we've got 2 representatives from Chester County in the North-South game, guys.
Man, that's awesome. And as we said, there's no Shrine Bowl, so this is the highest honor you can get as a high school football player this year is a North-South game. And we're really proud. Look at the umpire, look like Go-Go Gadget out there.
Wait a second now.
The referee. That's the referee. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Umpires don't look like
He's going to keep up tonight? Okay. Right on.
That's right. Let's continue on. Jeff got Legion Collegiate on the screen.
Oh, yeah. I know that's your favorite. So Legion Collegiate. I think they won their first game recently. I'm not
won
sure.
last week.
Won last week. They're 1-4.
Beat St. Joseph's, I believe, out of Greenville area.
Yeah, but they're on the road at Landrum tonight. Landrum's 1-1, 4-3. I'm going Landrum at home with the W, guys.
Yeah, I'm going with Landrum gets the victory over the Lancers. And that John Can still coaching over there?
I don't think so.
Think he's moved on?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
Crazy connection. I didn't realize. He's from Chester. Dad was a pastor at First Baptist Church, and his daughter was on the sideline for the Panthers.
That's correct.
And she's now married now. But when she first said her name, was like Christine Can or something like that. I was like, wait a minute. And then somebody told me, I thought, man, it's a small world. It's just like Zoki is the guy who does the host studio show.
His son played quarterback at Marshall.
Oh, I didn't realize he went that far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went to Marshall, and I think he played a little bit. Him and Karen are. I think they're childhood friends.
Yeah.
They grew up together and all that. So I've known him just through her and all that. But, it's kind of a small world.
Jack Stokey used to be a member of the Lutheran Church in Chester. He was very, very active.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would like to give a special thanks to our game day sponsor,
Jim Zoki. Yeah, I mean, Jim Zoki is doing that. So, Chester, man, we get around. Well, Chester gets around. There's a lot of people in this world from Chester, and we're glad of it. But, yeah, I think Landrum gets it done at home over the Lancers, and they're still trying to build something up there at Legion Collegiate. Maybe straight hearing and those will, but right now they're struggling and have been struggling for quite some time, the last couple years. So, we'll see from that. Part of the problem is that, and I don't really know why they're struggling, because they're playing their games at Sims Field at the stadium in Gastonia. So, I mean, you would think that they would get some of that mojo in, 321 on the way up, and get some of that mojo and just be dominant.
It's just all about Gastonia. It's never about anything else.
Hey, it's about the gas house, baby.
Are you the Hunter Hush?
You would think. I think they invented football. I think they invented football.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, here we go.
Gastonia is where it's at. Y'all just jealous. Listen, a man from Columbia jealous about Gastonia. Man from Florida where, walking up elevation of 100 feet's a mountain. So, I mean, what do they know? Anyway.
I know.
All right, let's take another break. We'll be back. Cyclones and Rebels kick off here at 7:30. 15 minutes, 11 minutes on the game clock till kick. And so we'll see what the Cyclones bring to the table tonight. Mid-Carolina comes into this game kind of struggling on the season. 0-3 in the region, 1-4 in the season. They've only played 5 games due to some COVID issues. They were hit pretty hard early in the season. And the Cyclones come into the game 2-1 in the region, 5-3 on the season. And so we'll see what the Cyclones have. Lost to Providence and Charlotte, lost to Northwestern and Rock Hill, and then, of course, lost to Lower Richland in a crazy game on a Thursday night, the one loss in the region. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK.
I guess Lower Richland plays tonight. Keenan plays.
Keenan play Fairfield?
No. Keenan plays Lakewood out of Sumter.
Oh. Tonight's national anthem. The color guard for the game is being provided by members of the Mid-Carolina.
Could this guy be any more bland?
Give some life, man. When the team comes on the field, he's going to say, "Welcome the Rebels." Stand up. On your feet, Rebels fans.
He's not. I'm gonna tell you what he's not. He's not a Mark Huey.
Oh, you can't. There's only one of those.
He is not a Mark Huey.
Beltran, Cruz.
He needs to come over and give Mark needs to come over here and give this dude some lessons.
All right, that was a national anthem from Mid-Carolina High School. It was played over the loudspeaker, and I don't see their band out on the field, but certainly glad to be able to have the national anthem as we get this game started. Sorry we came back in a break during the national anthem, but we were almost finished, and I didn't feel like interrupting the national anthem to welcome us back. And so we're excited to be here tonight. Cyclones take on the Mid-Carolina Rebels. Mid-Carolina's 0-3 in the region, 1-4 on the season. The Cyclones playing their final game of the regular season tonight are 2-1 in the region, 5-3 on the season. 2 games that they lost, played the superior competition. Providence out of Charlotte, and if Cyclones had a chance to get them back with a full host of players, I think maybe they'd have been a little bit closer. Didn't have a couple of their key senior players that first game of the season. And then, of course, lost to Northwestern, who's been a juggernaut all season. And then the game in Lower Richland, just a crazy game. We were there, man. Jeff, you remember it. Yeah. It was a Thursday night, quick game. It was raining. It was bizarre officiating on all sides, not anything negative against them toward Chester. It's just a bizarre officiating, and so all that to say, the Cyclones just didn't have it together that night.
No, for about 36 and a half, about 39 minutes of the game, we weren't even in the game.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we were in the game. And then we go into overtime, double overtime. So, yeah, crazy game.
Absolutely. The Cyclones have 2 captains on the field tonight, number 28, Jordan Bowser, and number 11, Henry Glenn. Henry and Jordan both are seniors, and glad to see Henry getting the opportunity to be a captain for this Cyclone football team. Coach Floyd takes that seriously. Who's going to be his captain? He takes it very seriously, and so these 2 young men have worked hard to get to this position, and we're excited for both of them to be able to lead the team on the field and represent them at the coin toss. Coach Floyd and the coaching staff making their way to the sidelines, and team lining up to our left in the end zone. But Jim said it earlier, as did Jeff, this is an old-school environment. Very little room on the side of the football field between the stands and the sidelines. Beautiful old kind of metal bleachers. It's kind of what you expect in a rural 3A county school, and it's a really neat environment. And we got beautiful weather out here. It's nice and cool, not too cold, not too hot, just almost perfect for football tonight. And the Cyclones are ready to come on the field. We're ready to welcome them on the field and get ready for this game. Let me give you the starting lineups for the Cyclones tonight. I'll give you the lineups for the Cyclones here, and let me give them to you for their offense, and I'm going to pull them up. I had the wrong one out, so just bear with me a second, and while I get out the right roster for the Cyclones with their starters on it. First of all, let me give you the defensive starters for the Cyclones, or what we anticipate being the defensive starters for the Cyclones tonight. Number 32, Quijarius Jackson will be at the defensive tackle position. Number 38, Trajan P. will be at the nose tackle, and number 5, Darius Head at the other tackle position. For the Cyclones in the middle tonight will be number 40, Jalen Moss, and number 28, Jordan Bowser at the middle linebacker position. DJ Stevenson, number 18, will be at one of the linebacker positions, and will probably also Maurice Feaster and A.J. Feaster, Gerard Feaster, will also be at the linebacker position. In the defensive backfield for the Cyclones will be number 16, Antonio Hopkins. Number 13, Reggie Heath Jr., and number 10, Zeke Evans will be the other cornerback, and then the other safety will most likely be tonight. One of those, we'll figure that out when we get there, or one of those young men that I've already mentioned in their defensive positions. Offense tonight for the Cyclones, number 1, Raphael Pendergrass. He'll play some on defense as well. He'll be a wide out along with number 13, Reggie Heath Jr., and number 10, Zeke Evans. We'll also have number 6, Jaquan Carter, split out wide as well. Cyclones will have Trooper Floyd calling the signals at the quarterback position, Darius Head and number 5, and number 32. Number 31, Shadim McCullough, will be in the backfield with him. And then they'll have other guys spread out, and so we'll call their names as they catch the football. As the night goes on, Gerard Feaster will catch it some. He'll do some running. Antonio Hopkins will run the ball some. We expect to see number 6, Jaquan Carter, not only at the wideout position or in the slot. We also expect to see him under center some, running some designed quarterback runs. He's got some quickness, and he can run the option well around the outside. And so we expect to see both that lineup come to the field tonight. Up front for the Cyclones, we will expect to see a variety of guys, but most likely it'll be number 52, C.J. McCree, at one of the guard positions. Number 64, Ben Taylor at the other guard position, along with number 58, Gabe Hope. They'll be splitting time at the guard position. The tackles will be number 70, Trevante Weldon, and number 72, Demorius Thompson, and they'll flip left and right depending on the power formation of the Cyclones' offensive positions. And I've already told you, Trooper Floyd will make his 4th start of the season. He's 2-1 as a starter for the Cyclones this season. He is a freshman. He'll make his 4th start tonight in the absence of Zan Dunham. But the Cyclones are glad to have their center back, number 54, Kevin Anderson. He'll be back on the field, and number 50, DC Carter, back as well after serving a 1-game suspension. And both of those guys will be back this week, and they'll be active on the defensive and offensive sides of the football. During the break, Cyclones won the toss and declined and deferred to the second half. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back as we get ready for this game. The Cyclones and the Rebels from Mid-Carolina High School. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Cyclone football on WRBK.
'64 is not dressed out.
Ben Taylor's not dressed out?
I've seen him down there.
Okay. So it'll be DC
And
or Gabe.
Mid-Carolina Rebels.
That's good coffee, man. I'm ready to go, baby. Now I'm jazzed.
Appreciate it. Thanks for bringing us one.
That coffee truck?
Thanks. He brought us one. No, I didn't see one. I didn't see one either.
Of course, I can't talk. It doesn't matter to me.
I can hear you. It's all about him, though.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
it's all about Clint.
That's right.
You know, hey.
Really
I'm a me.
Oh, my gosh. No, you did not. Go me on me. I try not to be. I just like to talk.
I don't even drink coffee.
No, there's old Jack Sink down there. He's firing everybody up. He's talking to him.
He's talking the green off the grass.
Look. He stood right there beside the number 30. Look at all that brown grass right there. He talked it off.
The concession stand is open. Tonight we have
Hey, the concession stand's open.
He's fired up by
tonight.
that barbecue sandwich. Eddie.
He is-
Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
He is excited.
Where did they go to
tonight.
get the Chick-fil-A sandwich out here? They wasn't one in downtown.
Here
Prosperity.
Here come the rebels.
drinks,
Cold drink. Popcorn.
peanuts, cotton candy, and more. Every purchase supports Mid-Carolina Athletics.
Athletics. I like this guy. He's got a little cadence. Not much life, but he got a little cadence.
Wobbler down
All
to
right,
about
we're
the
back
12.
up. Henry Glenn's kick has been taken him to the wobbly kick, low kick, but taken about the 12-yard line by the deep back from Mid-Carolina. They'll run it forward. They'll be tackled by the Cyclones at about the 25-yard line where the Cyclones will put it in play. Cyclones wearing their all-white uniforms, Jimbo's favorite, with blue helmets, blue numbers, and blue socks.
That's the truth.
Mid-Carolina in all-black uniforms, white numbers. Man, we love that, don't we,
Oh,
Jeff?
we do. I tell you what, I'm a fan of these numbers tonight.
White helmets. They'll be moving right to left. Ball is spotted at the right hash, the 24-yard line of the Mid-Carolina Rebels. They start out in the I formation, quarterback under center. Cyclones in their 3-3-5 defense. Jalen Moss wanting to come on a blitz, and it looks like they jumped. Now, whether they call the Cyclones for drawing them off sides or not.
I don't know. They're going backwards.
Left guard moved forward, number 53 for Mid-Carolina. He is Caden Tyson. On the false start penalty. Number 72 is the center, Justin Dover. He breaks the huddle. Quarterback's going to stand under the center. He's number 4, Macon Arnault. Takes the snap, turns around, hands it on the fullback dive play. Cyclones hit him in the hole. That's Kajarius Jackson over his right tackle position, and he got no gain on the play. Maybe one, brings up second and long.
Clint, how big's that quarterback?
That quarterback is, he's a senior. He's 5'10", 180 pounds.
That's a stretch.
Quarterback goes to the sideline, gets his play call, comes back, team's in the huddle. We don't see a lot of that, but that's smart, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, they you just want to slow the game down. These guys, I'm sure they don't want to try to play at a fast pace and try to outscore the Cyclones. You know, get in a shooting match, I should say.
3 gets the tall sweep over the right side. He dotted the I. It's going to be run out of bounds by the Cyclones, but after he gets to about the 40-yard line, maybe 38, so he gained About 8 yards on the play, brings up 3rd down and long. Number 3, the running back, he is Anthony Wicker. He's a 5'5", 140-pound junior.
Yeah, and he was quick.
He had a little speed.
Made him 3rd and manageable.
Center breaks the huddle, comes up, brings his offense with him at right guard beside him. Number 66, Trevor Oatey, 6 foot, 210 pounds. I don't believe that. Taking shotgun, snap, drops back to pass. Cyclones give chase. Darius Heads giving chase, and he's looking to throw back across the body. Made a miss. No, the ball hits the ground. Jordan Bowser almost intercepted it. He made the cardinal error of throwing it back across his body. The only person to catch it was Jordan Bowser.
Yeah, I don't know how he dropped it, honestly.
I think it hit him in the chest before he realized it was coming. Mid-Carolina's going to drop back to punt. Quarterback's going to be the punter, Macon Arnold. 5'10", 180-pound senior, the punter as well. He's going to stand at his own 24-yard line. He'll be punting deep to the Cyclones. Jaquan Carter will be the receiver for the Cyclones at his own 35. Coach is telling him to call for a fair catch and get out of the way. Ball's going to be a low line drive kick, hit at the 40, take a Mid-Carolina Rebels roll inside the 35.
Got a penalty down here, guys.
To about the 31.
Where'd that come from?
I believe that's a sideline warning on Coach Caldwell.
Perhaps.
Because Coach Caldwell just started shaking his head when he threw it.
Well, you can get a sideline warning, but Dern, I'm telling you, there's not 5 yards of sideline.
No, there's not.
Literally.
Sideline warning on the Cyclones. Tell them to back up a little bit.
You might as well stand in the first row.
Now Coach Caldwell getting a lesson. Getting an explanation as to where he's supposed to stand. Neek Emerson holding up the play card. Coach Floyd signals the play in to his quarterback, Trooper Floyd. Cyclones going to start in a 4 wide receiver set, 1 back. The 1 back is number 9, Sherrard Feaster. He sat out last week. He's back this week. Waiting on the shotgun snap. Takes the snap, going to roll to his right. Got a man on a double move. He's got a man, Reggie Heath Jr., running down the field. It's open. Oh, a good play by number 7 there,
Yeah,
Jackson
nice.
Livingston.
I'm going to tell you what, that wasn't a bad throw. But a little bit more air under it, a little bit more air under it. That's 6 points because he had him beat. He just underthrew it just a tad.
It was a perfect throw, just a little low, but number 7.
Yeah, I love the play call.
Jackson Livingston, 6'1", 185-pound cornerback, made a good play on Reggie Heath Jr. there to knock the ball loose. Heath had a chance to catch it, but it was a hard catch on the tip drill. Troopers now in the shotgun. Coach Floyd told me he was going to air it out this week and last week, and he started out the first play of the game doing just that. Waiting on the snap, takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Feaster over the right side. He cuts back left, 35-40. He's still on his feet, getting close to the 45. I think they're going to spot him at the 43. That's a gain of 11 and a first down for the Cyclones. 10:30 to go in the first. Cyclones have it for their first possession of the night. Started at their own 31-yard line. Ball's at the 43 of Mid-Carolina. Cyclones moving left to right. Clint Davis, Jeff Kerr, and Jim Fuller bringing you the game tonight. Kevin Anderson back at the center position this week after missing a week last week. Gets a good snap to Trooper Floyd, going to run the option on the right side. He pitches it out here to the flats, and he hits Sherrard, but good coverage out there by number 30 for Mid-Carolina. That is Michael Lindler. He's a 6'1", 215-pound defensive end. Stayed at home, made a good stop, Jeff.
He did, and we might see that play a little bit later on. The only difference is he's going to throw it because it looked like he might want to have tried to throw it. We might be setting that up for later on down the road.
Cyclones had 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Ball's on the right hash. Moving left to right, 2nd down and 7. Reggie Heath Jr. split out to the right. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hits his man Feaster in the flats. Feaster's going to get over the 45-yard line to about the 47, brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones. 9:30 to go in the first quarter. Cyclones driving with the first offensive possession of the night.
I think this is 4-down territory. I would not be surprised at all if we get a couple yards here and go for it.
Coach Floyd started the game with kind of an open-up offense, and Troopers had a couple good throws. One was knocked down by a great play by the defensive back, but other than that, they've been going strong. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, is going to roll to his right. He's got a man open in the flats. He throws it high. Raphael Pendergrass catches it over the top of the linebacker at the 40-yard line. He's going to drive his way inside the 35, down close to the –
the ball was thrown in a little bit of traffic, Clint, but I tell you what, he threw it. It was a dart, and good job by Pendergrass to haul that in.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 34-yard line. I really thought he was going to hit Shadim running free on the seam route. McCullough's at the tight end position on the right side of the formation this time. Hands it off to Feaster up the right side. Oh, he got a great block by Shadim McCullough on the outside. He cuts to the inside after he gets to the 25-yard line. He's going to go down to 24.
Good job by Reggie Heath not to block in the back there because he could have blocked him and he held up. So credit him that. Otherwise, it'd have been 1st and 20.
First down for the Cyclones here. Cyclones have it at the 24-yard line. Ball's on the right hash. Jeff's laughing because I stepped outside to be able to see a little better. We're in the old press box on the visitor side. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun, stands beside him is Head. Head takes the handoff, runs up to the left side behind that big offensive line. They're opening up holes. He's at the 16-yard line. He gained 8 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 2. McCullough comes off the field, tosses his gloves. That's what I like to see, going old school. In an old school stadium, take the gloves off, man.
Look at Jaquan Carter out there in the slot, guys. There is not a soul on him, literally. The safety's back there on the 5-yard line.
Now he's moving over. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He fakes the handoff on an RPO. He takes it over the right side, 15-yard line. He's going to get inside the 15 to about the 12, where it's going to be enough for a Cyclone first down. You're exactly right, Jeff. They're late covering that slot. I believe a little short.
Listen, he's giving him 15 yards.
If they lock up man, a little short slant, put him in the end zone, wouldn't it? A little skinny post.
Absolutely. The safety is on the goal line.
Mid-Carolina in a 3-3-5 defense. Cyclones take the shotgun snap, hands it off to Darius Head. He's going to get bottled up in the hole there. He's going to get back to the 15, 14-yard line, maybe 13. Brings up 2nd down and long for the Cyclones. Feaster comes on the field. D.C. Carter comes on as Jordan Land comes out of the game. Good to see Jordan back this week. He's been in a boot. Glad to have him back.
I really like I like us coming out throwing the ball a little aggressive.
Kevin Anderson lining up. Shadim McCullough on the right side as a tight end. 2 receivers to the left side. Takes a shotgun snap. Hands it off to Feaster up the middle, and Feaster's going nowhere. He lost about a yard, maybe. So it brings up 3rd down and 11 for the Cyclones here. Coach Dodson not happy with his offensive line. Coach Floyd signals in the play call. It's the X and the whirls. Puts the X over his head and then does whirls with his hands. Some people might call that the Cyclone play. Maybe the tornado play.
What about Fitty?
Fitty wasn't held up yet. 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first. Cyclones and Rebels, no score from Mid-Carolina. Oh, the Cyclones going to run a reverse. That's Jaquan Carter, 15-10. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line.
Touchdown.
To the touchdown, Cyclones. Coach Floyd dialed up an end-around replay there, and Jaquan Carter came from the slot, took it over the right side, got a great block on the outside by Shadim McCullough, and other offensive linemen stuck it in the end zone for 6. Henry Glenn on to try the extra point. Now the Cyclones lined up in some odd formation here. Let's see what they do. They break that formation and come back to the middle. Line up for a traditional extra point. 6:40 to go. Cyclones just put 6 on the board. Got a good snap, good hold by Trooper. Kick is up. Henry's kick is really good. So let's take a break. Cyclones up 7-0. 6:40 to go in the first. We'll be back. Cyclone football on WRBK. Who? Oh, that referee. He's kind of lanky, ain't he? Well, 8-1, you're spry for your age, 8-1. Now, you're a little slow getting out of the car going to Romas.
Come on, Jimbo. It did take you a little while to get up here with, I don't know. You are lugging.
You can carry the backpack next on the way out. You put it on your back. Lug it around.
Good start by the Cyclones.
Oh, absolutely. Good offensive possession, good defensive start, 3 and out, and then take it down the
field.
Little
misdirection there. That really had Mid-Carolina.
Coach Floyd set that up, running that same.
Absolutely. I love the play call.
That same handoff over the right side, left side every time. Here's the
Nice
run up
kick.
and the kick. It's a high end over end kick taken by the deep man at his own 8-yard line. He
it.
fumbles the kickoff. Cyclones give chase. He picks it back up. He's going to get to the 25-yard line before he hits a host of Cyclones, and there he's going to be tackled.
Raphael Pendergrass got him first, Clint.
Put him down at the 25 where Mid-Carolina will take it over. 1st and 10 on their second offensive possession for the night. 6:30 to go in the first. Cyclones just put 6 on the board. On a 15-yard end-around run by Jaquan Carter. Mid-Carolina starts in a huddle. Now they break it. I formation. Quarterback under the I. Under center. Running back dots the I. That's number 3. Gives it off to him on a play over the right side. We call that run between a right tackle. Off tackle to the right side. He's going to get about 6 on the play. And maybe 7 brings up 2nd down and 3. Running back is number 3, Anthony Wicker. Tackled by a host of Cyclones, D.C. Carter being over there. Cyclones stay in that 3-3-5 defense. But they have Kajarius Jackson, Darius Head, and D.C. Carter on that defensive line right now. Antonio Hopkins at a linebacker, Jordan Bowser and Jalen Moss at a linebacker as well, and Raphael Pendergrass at the spy. Now the Cyclones look to bring pressure. He takes a snap, hands it off to that running back in the backfield this time, and the Cyclones are there to stop him for a loss. He lost about 7. He lost all the yardage he gained on the previous play right then. Third and 10 for the Rebels of Mid-Carolina. Balls at their own 25-yard line. They got to get to the 35 for a first down. They're moving right to left, black uniforms with white numbers and a red stripe down the pants and white helmets. Cyclones, white uniforms, blue numbers, blue helmets, blue socks. Defense on the field. Coach Caldwell's aggressive defense. Raphael Pendergrass comes up tight. Now the Cyclones give chase. 3 receivers to the left side, shotgun formation. Quarterback takes it, rolls out to his right. That's Arnott. He's going to try to throw it in the flats, and Raphael Pendergrass undercuts it. Ball was not going to be called. He tried to hit Wicker in the flat. The ball falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down and long for the Rebels. Good play by Raphael there.
Yeah, it was, and I'll tell you what, if the quarterback would have thrown the football
on target,
it would have been picked off.
It picked 6, I believe. Pendergrass has really stepped up since that Fairfield Central game on that defensive side of the ball. Back to punt is number 4, the quarterback, Macon Arnott. He gets a good snap, ball's up. Cyclones almost hit it. It's a high spiral. It's going to take a Rebels roll at the 48-yard line and rolls all the way inside the Cyclone 35.
Takes a nice rebel roll.
Where the Cyclones will put it in play, they're going to mark it at the 32-yard line. Cyclones have their second offensive possession of the night. 4:48 to go in the first.
About a 42-yard punt.
Cyclone football. DJ Stevenson in the game at one of the wide receiver positions along with Raphael Pendergrass. They're on the left side. Reggie Heath Jr. and Jaquan Carter on the right side. Shadeem McCullough in the backfield with Trooper Floyd. Trooper gets the shotgun snap. He's looking downfield. It's going to be a quarterback draw, and he's got a running room. 35-yard line. He's going to get over the 35 to about the 36. That was a quarterback draw all the way, Jeff.
Yeah, it was. It was designed that way. Glad to see Shadeem back there. I argue that he may be our most valuable offensive player this year.
Oh, I think so. No question.
Be nice to have him back next year.
McCullough stands to the left side of Floyd in the backfield. Takes a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, throws it to Raphael Pendergrass in the flats. He got the catch. He's down the sideline. 45-50. He's still on his feet and got run out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds at the 47-yard line. He picked up 8 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. I like that call.
Yep. Speed kills, man.
Ball's on the left hash. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Shotgun snap. Takes the snap, hands it off to McCullough over the left side. Oh, he's got a puller. He's got Weldon out in front of him. He's going to drive his feet down the field. He's inside the 40-yard line to about the
I think it's going to be a holding. I think it's going to be a holding on 18, I think.
Oh, I didn't see the flag.
Yeah.
Trooper said it was a hold. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot. So the flag was thrown at the 45-yard line of Mid-Carolina. They'll march it back to the 45 of the Cyclones and it'll be
first and about 12.
Oh, Well, they're going to spot it at midfield. They're going to spot it at midfield. Okay. Holding must have happened at the 40.
It was a half a hold.
Jimbo says a half a hold.
That's kind of like a half appetizer.
That's right.
Tell you what we didn't get was a half a meal tonight. We had plenty of food.
Whoa.
Nose guard almost jumped off sides. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back up the middle. 45-yard line, 40. He's still on his feet. He's driving the pile
face
forward.
Face mask, guys. Face mask. Add another 15 to that.
To the 30. They pulled him down by his face mask. He got spotted at the 27-yard line. That'll be 15 yards. Ball will be inside the 15 for the Cyclones here on their second possession by the time we get to first down. 3:53 to go in the first. McCullough just racked off some big-time yardage against this Mid-Carolina defense. He hit that hole hard.
He had good blocking, too.
Had good blocking up front. Sure did, Jimbo.
I'm really impressed by the crowd over there, for good support tonight for the Rebels and a really good showing for the Cyclones tonight, guys.
These Cyclone fans, they came down through. They used to drive them country road.
I bet they didn't take the same route we did.
Well, they probably did.
They probably came 76.
They probably looking for them deer.
They came 76.
Jimbo likes 76 now.
They didn't come through Hossville and take a third left at the barn. And
Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to run a play to the right side of McCullough. That's the handoff where he does that little three-step hop before he hands it off on a counter play. Gain about 1 on the play, brings up second down and long. Yeah, I had it all set up how I was going to come, and I pulled out of the driveway, and Jimbo said, you ain't going that way. Yeah, that ain't the way to go. So I just said, well, used to argue with old 8-1 over there.
Yeah, we took the left at the third barn behind the second boat.
I said, where do I turn? He said, go down there about 50 yards. There'll be a cow standing in the pasture on the right side. Take it right by him.
And see him, he'll tell us where to go.
McCullough in the pistol formation behind Trooper Floyd. 2 tight ends in the game. Hands it off to McCullough up the left side, and he cuts back to the right side in the hole. Gets inside the 15 to about the 13. Gain 1 on the play, maybe 2. Brings up third down and long for the Cyclones.
Coach Dodson standing out there about the 30-yard line. He might get one of them warnings too.
Coach Dodson is fired up with his offensive line here. Now, they got some big old boys up front.
They do. They're not small.
Ian Pullen. He's 5'10", 215. If he's 5'10", 215, I'm not standing
Which
outside this
he?
door. 77.
He's not 215. He might be 175.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not standing outside the door.
Now 52 is a biscuit away from about 305.
52 is 265.
Yeah.
Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to McCullough. He cuts back in the hole. He started left, cut back in the hole. Good tackle out there by number 6.
It'll be 4th and short, guys, I believe.
Andrew Washington, 6 foot, 185-pound linebacker, made a good stop on Shadim. 4th down and 2 for the Cyclones here. What does Coach Floyd dial up? Field goal. Here comes Henry Glenn on the field.
I like it, guys, just simply because we may have to kick a field goal to win a game.
No, I think so. Coach Floyd is excited. He loves to have Henry have a chance
Henry
to kick.
Got a chance on senior night to kick a field goal.
Made it, 37-yarder. Got Jules out there. That's my man.
I'm going to tell you what I do like here, though. Let's see if they're – I love
Trooper Floyd's going to spot the ball at the 13-yard line. 23-yard field goal here for Henry Glenn. Got a good snap, holds up, kick is up, and it is good. Cyclones up 10-0 with 1:30 to go in the first. Good kick by Henry Glenn, 27-yard or 23-yard field goal to give the Cyclones a 10-point lead. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Cyclone football, WRBK.
They didn't rush you about it.
Well, no.
I was thinking fake.
They were probably thinking fake, too. They were probably thinking fake.
Let's see if I can get some scores. Great Falls 6-6 in the first quarter. I check Herald online for updates, but they won't have it updated for 6 hours.
For the Rebels, Anthony Wicker and Andrew Washington. receive the kick.
Travis, he'll have all
Henry
that.
Glenn.
Well, he's
All
doing.
right, we're back here at Mid-Carolina Stadium. Cyclones up 10-0, 1:30 to go in the first. Henry Glenn's kick is up and got a whistles on the play. Somebody's offsides for the Cyclones, and we'll back them up 5 yards and kick again. Henry Glenn just coming fresh off a 23-yard field goal. He, in the Fairfield Central game, hit a 37-yarder. Tonight hit a 23-yarder, and I really believe that the field goal he kicked, the 40-yard field goal he kicked at Fairfield Central, looked good to me. Just if it was bad, it just skipped over the left upright, just outside of it, because he hit that ball really well as well. 1:30 to go in the first. Cyclones up 10-0. Now Glenn's got it teed up on the 35-yard line. Here's the run up and the kick. It's going to be a low line drive kick, but a long kick. It's going to be taken at the 12-yard line by the up back. He's going to run an end-around pitch to his running back, number 7. That was a bad move. Cyclones going to run him out of bounds. That's Maurice Feaster.
Keep it.
He gave up 5 yards by pitching it backwards, didn't he? Them trick plays will get you beat every time.
Well, the thing is you can run trick plays, but if you don't have the speed to do it,
Cyclones,
you know.
That must be on the film because the Cyclones did not give in at all. They stayed at home and made the stop. Pitched it to number 7, Jackson Livingston, but he got run out of bounds by the host of the Cyclones, led by Maurice Feaster.
That's like you and me doing reverse, Clinton. Me handing off to you, you handing off to me.
I know, right? That's right. Now, if we hand it off to Jim, it'd be afterburners.
Oh, he'd smoke that referee.
Look. 8-1 over there.
I don't know about that referee.
Quarterback under center, Arnault. Running back behind him, Wicker. He dots the I. Takes his hand off on a counter play. Going to get it through the hole. Cyclone's going to take him down after he gets in the hole. Sherrod Feaster and Jordan Bowser combined to make the stop.
I'm going to tell you something. If number 3 can get to the second level, he's gone because he's quick.
Mid-Carolina has broken the I formation one time tonight, and they ran a pass play that was not a very successful play. I understand why they're in the I. Fullback is number 30, Michael Lindler. Hands off on the dive play here. Number 20 is the fullback, Jonathan Hicks. He's a 5'10", 180-pound fullback linebacker. He went nowhere. Cyclones hit him in the hole on the dive play and stopped him at the line of scrimmage. Coach Caldwell stays in his 3-3-5 defense, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs, but he cheats Raphael Pendergrass up almost as a 4th linebacker. So it's a 3-3-5, but, Jeff, it looks like a 3-4 a lot of times.
Yeah, it does.
Jaquan Carter in coverage on the right side. Quarterback takes a snap under center. He drops back. He's going to try to throw it. Jaquan turning around. Oh, and he had a guy threw it just a little too far, but Jaquan Carter was there. Threw it a hair too far, and that ball falls incomplete.
Pass was intended for Kyan Sewer. It'll be 4th down for the Rebels.
4th down for the
Hey, Clint.
Rebels.
It's 4th down for the Rebels.
That guy's got much energy. 4th down for the Rebels. Back to punt is Arnault. They've run 9 plays. They haven't yet to get a first down, have they, Jeff?
Not yet.
After 3 offensive possessions. That's a high snap. The quarterback goes up and get it. Oh, Antonio Hopkins almost got it for the Cyclones. It's a high and over end kick, relatively short. Takes a Cyclone roll and hits the 49-yard line and bounces backwards and was down by the Mid-Carolina Rebels defender at the 49-yard line where the Cyclones will take it over 1st and 10. Coach Caldwell wasn't very happy with that. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone football up 10-0 here in Mid-Carolina. This is Cyclone football on WRBK. Got it, my man. This is no, back to what happened here. I don't understand. Oh, they switching sides. I tell you what, man, they got good coffee over there.
I wouldn't know.
Woman said, how do you like your coffee, hot or cold? I said, there's only one way to drink it, hot. She's like, no, I don't know about that.
I wouldn't know.
We didn't get any.
Hey, Jimbo, would you stop whining over there?
I'm not whining. I'm making a mistake.
See if I ever share my M&Ms again.
There ain't nothing left to share.
I know. It was supposed to be kind of the game time munchies, but y'all kind of did the back road munchies.
Well, when I went by that cow that told me directions, I got a hanker for milk chocolate.
There you go. See ya. Oh, nice tackle.
All right, we're back here at Mid-Carolina. First play of the second quarter. Cyclones took the handoff, or Trooper Floyd handed off to Shadim McCullough. He went right, cut back left, had some big-time running room down the field, but got a shoestring tackle by the cornerback, number 7, who's made a couple good plays, Livingston. Had he not tackled McCullough, it was 6. He gained 18 on the play.
Update from Great Falls. Great Falls and Hickory tied 6-6 in the first quarter.
The Hickory Hawks.
They got on the board this week.
Trooper Floyd in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right side. Cyclones moving right to left. He bobbled his snap. He's going to run the pitch over here to McCullough. McCullough at the 30-yard line. Oh, he got rode down after he gained about 7 on the play. Rode down by number 50 from the defensive end position. Wes Herndon. He is a 5'10", 260-pounder, and he rode him down from behind.
I'd like to do that same play again, except do it with a reverse around to the pitch to the wide receiver coming around the other side. 6.
11 minutes to go in the second. Cyclones up 10-0. Looking to add to it right here. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to McCullough. McCullough starts right, cuts back left. He's going to get to the 20-yard line, inside the 20 to about the 18, where he was tackled by number 33 for Mid-Carolina, Luke Merchant. 5'10", 170-pound senior.
We got Cat in the Hat guys on the Cat in the Hat's in the playbook this
I'll tell you what, man, I really can't wait to see Fitty. I look forward to seeing Fitty every week. I'll holler down there at Neek and tell him to put Fitty up. 2 receivers to either side. Trooper Floyd, quarterback run all the way, follows an isolation play behind McCullough in the hole. He gets inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. He gained 4 on the play, brings up second down and 6.
Louisville 7, C.A. Johnson nothing. First quarter almost over.
That should be second. I was going to say there shouldn't be no third down. McCullough just picked up the first down. Floyd in the shotgun. McCullough stands to his left. 3 receivers to the right side. Ball's on the left hash. Cyclones have it at the 14-yard line. Hands it off to McCullough. Starts right. Cuts back left in the hole. He's getting inside the 10-yard line. That's enough for a Cyclone first down. I believe it's going to be first and goal for the Cyclones here.
Nope, it's going to be short, Clint.
9:51 to go in the second quarter.
Like we're short a yard. My question is, if you kick a field goal on the other end, who goes in the woods and gets it?
Same people that go into the swamp in Chester.
I'd rather go into those woods in that swamp.
Yeah, that swamp makes me nervous. I run by that swamp sometimes. I get scared. In Chester, Floyd in the shotgun, waiting on the snap from Kevin Anderson. Got the good snap. Going to hand it off to McCullough over the right side. McCullough's going to drive the pile forward. I believe he got a little short. Maybe it's going to
be short.
Fourth down and
I don't think he got any. He didn't get anything, Clint. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
For the Cyclones, it looks like it's going to be.
That's a slow developing play when the Cyclones run it. Trooper or Zan, either one will get it and make a couple high steps, and then they'll hand it off on a counter play. And it is a slow developing play. A lot of times they've not had very much success.
We may be going into the Wildcat here, guys. Trooper came out, so I'm looking for a Wildcat.
Yeah, we got power in the game. We got Jalen Moss, who will be a tight end. We got Darius Head, I imagine, will be an H-back. Shadim McCullough will be the running back. And Jaquan Carter in at the quarterback position. This could be a handoff or a quarterback design run on an isolation play over the left side behind Darius Head, who's lined up behind the left guard. And we got a delay of game, I believe, on the Cyclones here.
Delay of game.
So we go from 4th down and 1 to 4th down and 6. We'll see what Coach Floyd decides to do. Will he leave the same personnel in the field? Oh, we're going to run a field goal on now. So Henry Glenn get another opportunity. 8:35 to go in the second. Henry Glenn on for another opportunity. I tell you what, guys, if you are Mid-Carolina, these 2 field goals probably one field goal and then one field goal attempt, forcing the attempts, is probably a victory for you. Defense.
Oh, yeah, that's a win.
While the way the Cyclones been moving the ball between the 20s. Glenn on the ball, spotted at the 22-yard line. The 32-yard field goal. That kick is up, and it is
no good. Oh, okay.
It is good. And so the Cyclones, Henry Glenn, just hit a 32-yarder that would have been good for 45. Cyclones up 13-0 here. 8:35 to go in the second. We'll take a break, and we'll be back.
8:35 to go in the second quarter.
Tell you what, that might. What's Henry's plans beyond high school? Anything?
I don't know yet. I've talked to his mom about it a couple times.
You know, I think
he's got an opportunity.
If he gets in the weight room and gets a little stronger, I mean, he can kick it. You know, he's got to work on his kickoffs a little bit, but I mean, he's young and really hadn't had any coaching.
Right.
I mean, you know, from that perspective.
Well, he had the one guy who was helping coach some who kicked in high school. He's no longer with the school district.
Yeah.
That's like Stephen last year. He never had any official coaching.
Are you talking about 2 years ago?
2 years.
Yeah.
All right, we're back here. Henry Glenn's kickoff was taken deep by number 3 on Wicker at about the 15-yard line. He started upfield, cut left around the outside. He got to the 30-yard line, a 15-yard return that had potential to be something big, but the Cyclones were able to give chase and run him out of bounds there at the 30, where they'll put it in play 1st and 10. Mid-Carolina looking for their first down of the night with 8:22 to go in the second. I'm Clint Davis, Jeff Kerr, and Jim Fuller with me. We don't have much audio from Jim. We might have a little bit, so I hope he doesn't take it personal. And but he said he did. Now the quarterback's in the shotgun formation. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to try to throw it down the field. He hits a receiver at the 35-yard line. Cyclones give chase. He's going to be close to a first down. I think he gained 9 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 1. Oh, no, they gave him a first down. First down of the night. Got 10-yard gain there. Trajan P comes in. Jalen Moss comes out for the Cyclones. Arnault coming out in this drive in the shotgun. They're still in the huddle, but he's in the shotgun. Running back beside him is number 30. That's a big dude,
He is a big guy.
Michael Lindler. He's 6'1", 215. Arnault takes a shotgun snap. Cyclones give chase. That's Kajarius Jackson chasing him down from behind, and Arnault just throws it out of bounds wisely before Jackson tackles him for a loss. Big-time rush there by Kajarius Jackson from his right tackle position.
2nd and 10.
Quarterback he just does not have any time to plant his feet and throw. He's constantly been on the run.
No, Cyclones up 13-0 with 7:44 to go in the second. Arnault in the gun. Lindler to his right. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right side. Ball's on the left hash. Now he sends in man motion. It's a jet sweep. Oh, my goodness. And the Cyclones pull it up. D.C. Carter knocks it loose. And the Cyclones are going to recover it, but they're going to call it incomplete pass.
I think they called it a forward pass.
It was a forward pass, and I guess he didn't have a chance to catch it and make a football move.
Yeah.
But D.C. Carter blew it up in the backfield.
It kind of borderlined a handoff, but he tossed it, so it's a forward pass.
There's no reason not to run that play. You know, that play is
You have nothing to lose.
That's right. It's a guaranteed.
You're either going to lose yardage or it's an incomplete pass.
That's right. I mean, it's a safe play. Cyclones getting fired up. 3rd down and 10 now. Ball's at the 40-yard line of Mid-Carolina. They got their first down on this drive of the night. 7:38 to go in the second. Quarterback Arnault in the shotgun. Takes a shotgun step. Cyclones bringing pressure. That's Maurice Feaster, and he goes down by a host of Cyclones, hit in there ultimately by Darius Head. Feaster came on a blitz. He stepped up in the pocket, and Head was waiting. So he lost about 5 on the play. Brings up 4th down and 15. Arnault will step back to punt.
You know, I'm going to tell you something, guys. If this pace continues for him by the 3rd quarter, he's not going to be able to punt.
Carter back to receive the punt for the Cyclones. You're right. He stands at his own 35-yard line. Arnault's a good punter. His feet are going to be at his own 22-yard line, waiting on the snap. He got a good snap. Punts up. Cyclones getting pressure each time that ball goes off the inside of his foot, and it's going to go.
It got literally to the 1st down marker, guys. That was about a 14-yard punt.
14-yard net punt. Cyclones take it over 1st and 10 at their own 50. Now, we've had 2 field goals. I love to see Henry getting in the action. Love to see Henry making those kicks. But we want to put 7 on the board, guys. We want him to kick an extra point here on this drive. Cyclones need it. 7 minutes to go in the second. Cyclones up 13-0, looking to add to it on this drive. Ball's at the 50-yard line. Darius Head late to come on the field. He's going to be in the backfield with Trooper Floyd. Trooper telling him to hurry up and get up there. Tells him this play.
Be nice to get Darius going.
Trooper gets a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff to Darius Head. Looks down the field. Now he's going to be on the run. Oh, he's going to throw his ball over here. He's got a man, Jaquan Carter. What a throw by Trooper. 45-yard line. 40, he makes a couple men miss. He pulled a Madden move on him.
Listen, guys.
He got to the 40-yard line. I thought Trooper was throwing that ball away.
I didn't even see him over here. I did not see Jaquan Carter over here.
That was not the smartest move by Trooper. Coach Floyd's telling him, but he got away with it.
Throw the ball 40 yards across the field.
Blindly.
Backwards.
Blindly.
Hey, but it worked, Coach. Dad, it worked.
Yeah, Carter made a couple men miss, got 9 on the play. 2nd down and 1 for the Cyclones. Ball's on the left hash. He threw that ball from the right hash to the left sideline. Trooper gets the shotgun snap, hands it off to Head up the middle. Head stutter steps to his left, now to his right. He's going to drag the pile to about the 35-yard line, 36. He gained 4 on the play. It's enough for a Cyclone 1st down. And my man Jack Sink is out there chatting them up. He's hollering and fired up, but we like to call it with Jack, it's always chatting. 6:12 to go in the second. Cyclones up 13-0. Driving, ball's at the 34-yard line. Trooper Floyd into shotgun. 2 receivers to the right side of the formation. Sadeem McCullough, the tight end, on the left side of the formation. Head in the backfield with Trooper. Big split between the right guard and the center. Hands it off to Darius. Darius stutter steps into the hole again. He's going to gain about 2 on the play.
You know, we've thrown to the tight end a little bit over the last month, and
that's a good one to throw to right there.
It is there for the taking right now. I was just watching this defense and what they're doing, and if Shadim just comes off of like a fake block and then goes straight up the middle, there's nobody near him.
And he's a good one to throw to.
Absolutely.
He can do something with the football, I think. Mid-Carolina now has moved into a 4-3 defense. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, split 1 out on coverage on the left slot. Takes a shotgun snap. Going to swing it out here to Antonio Hopkins. Antonio's trying to get through it, and there's going to be a block in the back on the Cyclones. But Antonio Hopkins pushed the pile forward for a gain of about 7 on the play. It's enough for a 1st down, but it's going to be a block in the back.
Yeah, and I don't think that was a good call, honestly. I mean, he had his hand on his back, and I get it, but he didn't. It's not like he pushed him. It doesn't matter what I think. Does it, Fuller?
Man, that's a deep one, too. That's from the spot. He threw that penalty 5 yards deep, so it's going to be instead of 2nd down and 18, it's going to be 2nd down. Ball's all the way back at the midfield stripe. Yeah. Cyclones have to get to the 27-yard line, so 2nd down and 23 for the Cyclones.
It's an easy call for guys at this level. More experienced referees like you, Fuller, would probably let that one go.
No, Fuller the Pharisee. He's going to call everything.
Pretty quick to the flag.
Yeah, I'm sure. He'd throw the flag, and if you could argue with him, he'd threaten to throw you out.
Yeah. He's that kind of guy.
Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, rolls to his left, throws downfield. He's got a man open. That's Raphael Pendergrass, and ball falls incomplete.
We're going to have a roughing the passer, guys.
15-yard penalty. That's a personal foul. Roughing the passer, so it'll be 2nd down and about 8 by the time they mark this penalty off. Trooper likes Raphael Pendergrass. They've developed some chemistry. If he holds that ball and fires it, he's thrown to Raphael twice on that same play. Rolling to his left, Raphael runs a little curl route about 15 yards. But if he holds that ball just a second, McCullough comes open in the seam route every time. Jeff.
Absolutely.
Jeff, all you can do is just toss it up, and McCullough catches it for 6.
Put a little air under it and let him go catch it.
They'll look at that. Coaches, I'm sure, upstairs will see that, and they'll have that conversation. Oh, it's an automatic 1st down on that personal foul.
It's an automatic 1st down.
Ball's at the 35-yard line for the Cyclones. They've held the ball for the majority of this first half. 13-0 lead. 4:47 to go in the second. Trooper Floyd making his 4th start of the season. Playing well. Hopkins in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Hopkins over the left side. Oh, my goodness, he got hit hard. I believe he got a face mask and got away with it. He hit Hopkins in the face, and he lost yardage. About 2 on the play.
We've had a few plays here where their defensive lines. There's Fitty.
Oh, there he is. There's Fitty, also known as Curtis Jackson, the business mogul. That's how.
But their defensive line has actually had some plays where they've just dominated our offensive line.
Cyclones have 3 receivers. Balls toward the right hash, about 1.5 yards toward the middle of the field from the right hash. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to hum it across the field. Oh, slant
nice
play.
throw.
That's my man out there. He hit is that number 10, Zeke Evans?
It is. I'll tell you what, well-thrown football by Trooper Floyd right there.
Beautiful
Very
call.
well thrown, good route, just a great football play.
We talked about that play being open earlier, Jeff, and
Yep.
it is. When they give that much cushion and it got a guy on an island out there, it was a man coverage by the cornerback, and the Cyclones were able to sneak inside him. Now Pendergrass split out left, McCullough and Jaquan Carter on the left side as well. Waiting on the snap. Got the snap. It was to his left, kind of messed the timing up, but he hands it off to Sherrod Feaster. Sherrod gets inside the 20. He gained about 2 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8. 3:33 to go in the second quarter.
They
Cyclones
have not crossed midfield, have they?
No.
I didn't think so.
Cyclones up 13-0.
Great Falls up 12-6 early the second.
This is the B2. Every time I see Nick hold up B2 card, I think of the B52s. That's Jimbo's day.
No, he's not a Love Shack kind of guy.
Love Shack. You know,
and you're not a singer.
You know, Jimbo had Love Shack going on in the car when he was riding with the Latrons. Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off the head over the right side. Now he cuts back left, spins in the hole. He's going to get about 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd down. Oh, he kept driving the pile forward. He got to the 15-yard line. He got about 2 yards after I thought he was going down. 3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones. Here comes Antonio Hopkins. Jordan Land comes out of the game. D.C. Carter in. Carter in at the left guard. DeMaurice Thompson, left tackle. Right guard is going to be number 52, C.J. McCree, and right tackle, my main man, Trevonte Weldon. Cyclones have 3 receivers to the right side. Zeke Evans, Jaquan Carter, and Shadim McCullum. Hopkins in the backfield with Trooper Floyd. Waiting on the snap. Hopkins going to run to the left side on a safety valve. He throws it out and hits Hopkins. Hopkins makes one man miss in the hole. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 5-yard line.
Took a pretty good lick,
He took a pop by the defender there, number 20. Let's give him credit, Jonathan Hicks. But Hamp Hopkins had great balance. He made a guy miss on the flats and got forward to the 5-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal for the Cyclones from the 5. Cat in the Hat and Thunder and Lightning play call here coming up. And if y'all don't know, we read the signs. We don't read the actual signs. These are the back of the signs.
Yeah, we don't have no idea. We have no idea what cat in the hat means.
And we have no – it's not even being shown. It's shown to us, and we just call it that.
I think it's the green eggs and ham reverse.
I think so. I like it. Tight on the right side of the formation. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. Going to run a counter play to Antonio Hopkins. He's going to try to make a man miss, and he gets chased down from behind. Loss of 5 on the play. Good run out there by number 6, Andrew Washington. From his linebacker position, made a stop for a loss. I just think that play call is a little bit long developing right now for tonight.
It's hard to go across that far across the field. Change.
125, 120 to go in the second here.
Yeah, good thing, guys. We score here. We get the ball start second half.
Cyclones up 13-0, looking to punch it in here at the end of the second quarter. McCullough on the left side of the formation. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun, waiting on the snap. Takes the snap, hands it off to his running back over the left side. That's Hopkins. He's going to get inside the 7-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 7. Darius Head on the field for the Cyclones here.
I like a little tight end action right here, guys.
Antonio Hopkins comes out. I'm sure Coach Floyd dials up a pass play here. It's 3rd down and goal, 45 seconds left in the half. McCullough moves from the left side to the right side. Got Jaquan Carter in the backfield with Darius Head. Trooper Floyd in the slot, waiting on the snap. He's got the snap. He's going to run a quarterback run over the left side. There's touch close inside. I don't know if it's a holder or a face mask. He got down to the 3-yard line, brings up 4th down and goal for the Cyclones. Carter over the left side, holding on the Cyclones.
He's deliberate.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jumbo, I know that you would agree with me on this. They missed a face mask on Jaquan, I believe. Yeah, so I believe that if nothing else, it should have been offsetting. Back it up here. Cyclones going to call timeout. 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line. We'll take it with them and we'll be back. Cyclone football on WRBK.
It's
Kind of chilly, Fuller. Wouldn't you like to have a coffee by now?
It would have been very nice.
Sure would have. I wasn't. Were you?
No.
I went in. We'll have to stop at the QT in Newberry. I believe there is a QT in Newberry. I'm almost positive there is. I think I stopped by it this summer. I'm going to do my hair like that. What do you think of that color right there, Clint?
I like it. Looks
Yeah.
good. What little bit of hair you got?
Oh, I can let it grow out. I'm telling you guys, tight end. But we're going 3 wide to the left. No tight end. So there won't be a tight end play. That's for sure.
27 seconds. Let's see what we got here on time. All right, we're back here. Trooper
Nice
Floyd
throw.
throws it in the flats. Touchdown, Cyclones. Ball's going to be up in the air, and it's going to be caught. He's at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he's on the 1, guys.
Good catch by Reggie Heath Jr. Ball to the 1 yard line. Trooper Floyd throws it up to the right side of the formation. Reggie Heath goes up and gets it, comes down on the 1 yard line. The clock's running, 4th and goal for the Cyclones. Ball's inside the 1. 24 seconds left. Coach Floyd's decided to leave the offense on the field. Darius Head in the running back position. Takes a shotgun snap. It's going to roll to the right. And Trooper's going to try to throw it. And he got sacked in the backfield. That was a broken play. That's bringing up 4th down. Big stop by Mid-Carolina there. And they'll take it over on downs. Big stop by their defense inside of 1.
Done that all over again, guys. I think we could have been better off taking a timeout and calling a play, perhaps.
Certainly, yes.
Yeah, I don't know when's the last time we've kicked 2 field goals in a game. But I don't remember ever kicking 3 in a game if this one happens to go through the uprights.
No, that was 4th down. It's turnover.
Oh, it's 4th. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
well, there won't be a 3rd field goal, that's for sure. I saw the yard mark or the down marker, and I thought he said 3rd down.
.9 seconds to go in the second. Cyclones up 13-0, and Mid-Carolina just held them here at the end of the first half. Cyclones were dominant, and I tell you what, got to be disappointed to only be up 13-0 here at the end of the first half. Coach Floyd and the coaching staff will have a word with these players and during the break, because there's no reason why the Cyclones should only be up 13-0 after having such a dominant performance over the Mid-Carolina Rebels here in the first half. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone Football on WRBK. 2-minute break, Bill.
What score should be?
It should be at least 20-0, but yeah, you're right. I think you're right.
Thank our sponsors, our bronze sponsors, Stokes Trainer, and also Culinary Orthodontics and Chapin. Beautiful smiles for the whole family.
Beautiful smiles. Welcome to Prosperity, South Carolina.
Being given out at the concession stand tonight. Drop by and ask for yours. Again, we thank our game day sponsor, Palmetto Point.
Man, what are we going to talk about at halftime?
With offices in Chapin, Newberry,
I don't know.
Dr. James. Logging is a proud Mid-Carolina High alum.
Quick first half.
Yes, of course. Hey, Gene.
Oh, the Fighting Jim Fullers in the first quarter. Saluda 23. Jim Fuller's 0.
Jeffrey, I tell you what, to show you what a gentleman I am.
Tonight, the Saber Guard for the homecoming King Queen Court
I'm good.
is being provided by members
I had offered him one.
of the Mid-Carolina High School Army
Give me you one.
Junior ROTC. We'd like to recognize the cadets for their
No,
contributions.
if you're going to press box problem, the concession. If you come back and you want to get me like a Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke, that's fine. But if it's line's too long, don't worry about it.
Symphony Beltrain Cruz,
I'll
Captain
be
Elizabeth
nice. Do you want
Higgins,
anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Think about us.
Russell,
Oh, go on, Jimbo. Come on. 8-1, go on.
Lieutenant Ciara Nelson,
All right, we're back here at Mid-Carolina High School. Cyclones up 13-0 here at the halftime break. It is I think it's a combination of homecoming and senior night maybe.
Yeah.
And so we have a homecoming court. Coach Floyd and his coaching staff can't be very happy with their team right now. Up 13-0, been dominant. Mid-Carolina hasn't been in this game at all, Jeff. But
Nope.
The Cyclones are only up 13. I mean, it's still a two-score game. And it's
Yeah.
stalled out 3 times inside what we call the infamous red zone. And so the Cyclones have been able to get 1 touchdown and 2 field goals. But and then one time they didn't get anything right in the first half. So they've got to be frustrated with how they finished drives, but they've been dominant other than that.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is Henry Glen's been strong as garlic kicking. Been real consistent. Been consistent all year, to be honest with you. So the kicking game was good. But, yeah, I mean, great opportunity down there. You know, if you just punch the ball in, again, I think we got too much of a hurry. It was 4th down. If we punch the ball in there, score, we're up 20-0 halftime, and get the ball back. Defensively, been very good. The Rebels have not even crossed midfield against the Cyclones yet, so they're really having trouble. They're really having trouble throwing the football, and they're getting in long 3rd and long situations, and it's just not conducive for them to be successful.
No, that's exactly right, and you know, it's. I don't think this game's in any danger for the Cyclones losing. They may be, you never know. But the way the Cyclones have played the first half defensively and what seems to be an anemic offense by Mid-Carolina, I think the Cyclones will be able to win this game. But the question is just offensively, they've been getting whipped up front a couple times, especially on some running plays,
I was
short
getting ready
yardage.
to say that. You're absolutely right, Clint. So, you know, the Rebels have had some really good defensive efforts, you know, from their front 4, just penetrating and getting, you know, hitting the Cyclones in the backfield and really cause some problems at times. I mean, we've had some guys get, you know, we've had a couple guys break loose and get some big runs. Missed a couple opportunities in the passing game, but you know, overall, I mean, Cyclones are, I'm sure, disappointed in the missed chances, but you are up 13-0. That's the good news.
Yeah.
And the better news is we get the ball to start the second half, so we get another chance to, you know, come down the field and score. And you know, if we get up 20-0, you know, you're right, Clint. It's a 2-score game. It's high school football. Ball bounces funny, as you know. But if we get up 3 scores on these guys, I think it's going to be awfully, awfully tough for them. It'd just be a matter of the Cyclones, you know, just playing consistent football and you know, trying to finish the game healthy and, you know, get another week off and get ready for the playoffs.
No, I think you're exactly right. I think if the Cyclones were able to put 3 scores on the board at the end of the first half, and Coach Floyd obviously thinks this way as well, this game's pretty much, it's going to be really hard for these folks to bounce back into it. But right now, you're right. Anything could happen. And so we'll see what happens as we come out. It's homecoming here at Mid-Carolina and senior night. Remember, they've only played 6 games all season because of COVID and other things. And so, and 4 of those games have been conference games. They only played 2 non-conference games. And so, you know, in some ways, this Mid-Carolina team is kind of anemic on offense. But a lot of it, Jeff, is just – they hadn't had time to gel. They hadn't had time to have a good rhythm and time to play. They hadn't been able to.
You know, you take those non-conference games, and those are where you kind of try to figure your team out, right? You want to win the game, but at the end of the day, you're really just trying to figure your team out, kind of trying to get an identity before you go into region play, because region play is really what matters. And they just haven't had that chance, unfortunately, and that's unfortunate. I see a team out there that plays hard.
Right.
You know, they don't quit defensively. They're pretty aggressive. I think they just struggle on offense, and you know they just can't get anything going against the Cyclones.
That's exactly right. It's a tough game, and you know, and we've seen this Mid-Carolina. We'll take a break and we'll come back. We'll talk about that. We've seen this Mid-Carolina team in the past, and they play really hard. So let's take a break, and we'll be back. This Cyclone football on WRBK.
Senior night, homecoming.
Trying to put it all together.
Miss Jenny Bass,
I can't hear
daughter
you.
of Dale and John Bass, escorted tonight by her father. Jenny is sponsoring number 20, Mr. Jonathan Hicks, son of Mickey
Come in here. Y'all
and
both
Joe
come in here. There's nobody in here.
Goodman.
I mean, it's probably not. Sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't prepare? You didn't prepare?
Miss Erica Davis, daughter of Meg and Blake Davis, escorted tonight by her brother-in-law, Adam Tuttle. Erica is sponsoring number 21, Mr. Ethan Waits, son of Tracy Lindler and Jarrett Waits.
That explains why they got the big crowd tonight. Homecoming, senior night. They lumping it all in one night.
Miss Carissa Wicker, daughter, London and Curtis Wicker.
Got a really nice email from a gentleman who's been listening to us on the podcast, and he said, just want to let you know we don't hear the radio feed during your podcast, and I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you taking the time to send me an email and let me know that. And I responded, but let me just say this to everybody, and I've heard this from several people. When we're on the break on the road, we really have the podcast for two reasons. Number one, we've got people who want to listen to the game far off. And two, this is the way we send the signal to the radio station. And so when we can't use our two-way radio transmitter, we're too far away. And so what you get is what we have. This is the feed that goes to the radio station. We're just basically you're listening in to the booth talk because this is what goes to the radio station. And the radio station then takes it, puts the adverts in it, and sends it out via the radio. When we're home, we're able to do that straight out of the booth and bring the radio signal into the computer and send it out. We can't do that on the road. All right, we're back here at Mid-Carolina High School, and we are watching the Cyclones really dominate the first half against the Mid-Carolina Rebels. It's homecoming at Mid-Carolina and senior night, trying to tie it all together. But the Cyclones dominated the first half. But you're right, Jeff. We said going into the last break that this team is a Mid-Carolina team's played really hard. They just don't have the athletes. They don't have the experience. They don't have had a chance to gel. This is only their sixth game or seventh game of the season. Cyclones have played 9, and they've been playing all season. About 2-week break, maybe 3-week break in the middle of the season, they lost to COVID. And when you've got COVID on quarantine, you can't practice.
Right,
so
exactly.
it's not like that they just missed the games. They missed weeks of practice together, and it just takes a while to gel. And so, this team's playing hard. And we saw this Mid-Carolina team. They gave us a fit last year and at Chester.
They did.
They're a good football team. They got a good program, and they've historically been pretty, competitive. And so, they haven't been very competitive this season. Thanks, Coach Peeler. They hadn't been very competitive this season, but they will be better as the season goes on. I think there's reasons for that. Jeff, you got some stats, and you go ahead, and I'll talk to Coach Peeler for a second.
Yeah. So rushing attempts, we got Sherrod Feaster with 5 carries for 25 yards. Shadim McCullough, 10 carries for 70 yards. Trooper, 4 carries, 2 yards. Been sacked once. Passing, Trooper Floyd, 6 for 7 for 84 yards. Just throwing the football really well. And receiving, got Raphael Pendergrass, 2 catches for 29 yards. And we got a host of others with 1 catch combined. But, Trooper's throwing the football, I think, pretty well, Clint. When you look at, how the game, he started off throwing long. It's got him 6 for 7 for 84 yards, but I think he was like 6 for 8 because I can recall 2 incompletions, one particularly the first pass of the game. But overall, I think he's thrown the ball pretty well. I think where he lacks, where his inexperience is just awareness in the pocket and awareness when he's running out. And that's just you don't get that by practice. You get that by live game. Right.
Absolutely. No, I think you're right. I think he's thrown the ball pretty well. I think he's made a couple decisions, and he's kind of locked in. Of course, he's a freshman, he's 15 years old. He's locked in on Raphael Pendergrass. Those guys have a really good chemistry. They throw the ball well and catch it well together. And as we said a couple times, he's had receivers break open down the field, and he just hadn't hit them. But I'm going to tell you, that's hard to do, especially when guys are chasing you. Let me give you you'll laugh at this, but Joshua got a little Xbox with little friend of ours, our cousin actually gave him a little Xbox. He got Madden on it. He's fired up about it, Joshua plays with his friends down the street. I've not played Madden in, I hadn't played Madden since it was, Nintendo type stuff, early PlayStation, years. And so he's like, hey, Dad, would you play with me? And I was like, sure, I'll play. And I got on there, and he whipped me the first game. He's 7. He whipped me the first game because I couldn't figure out, right? I had guys breaking open, but I kept hitting the wrong buttons, And so I'm sitting there going, I'm throwing the ball, he's intercepting it and all this other stuff. And so I'm sitting there going, of course, my problem was, too, I picked the Panthers. I mean, come on. So,
well, there's your problem.
That was my problem. But anyway, I'm throwing the ball. But I'm sitting there thinking tonight, like Trooper, he's running for his life. Guys are giving chase. He's making a decision, and I struggle on Madden. Can you imagine being on the field like that?
But the flip side of that, too, is you're watching it on TV and you're sitting there, he's wide open. How can you not see that? People don't understand. You're running. Your eyes are moving.
That's right. That's right.
Your eyes are jumping up and down,
That's
and all
right.
you see is a bunch of helmets
That's
and jerseys.
right.
And you
That's
just
right.
throw, great example is that pass that I don't know how, still don't know how he completed it. He threw it, literally all the way across the field. We thought he was throwing it out of bounds, and there's Carter standing over it, makes a catch and makes it a 9-yard gain.
Yeah.
So it's if it was easy, guys, everybody would do it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It's not easy.
That's exactly right. And it's easy for us to stand up here and say it's coming open. You're right. We're not on the field, but we're also, I'm a 42-year-old man. So, he should have thrown it away. Well, of course, I'm a 42-year-old man who's watched football. He's a 14-year-old kid who's learning how to play the game.
Yeah.
So I think you're exactly right. I think he's played exceptionally well, but I think Coach Floyd and Coach Dodson will certainly be frustrated with their offensive line by their inability to finish drives in the end zone toward the end of
Certainly some missed opportunities for the Cyclones, but again, we got to come out. We're going to get the ball the first half, start of the second half, and so it'd be really nice to see the Cyclones just go down the field, march down, score, and kind of really put this game away. You're down. You're only up 2 scores. A turnover here or something crazy happens, and it's a 1-score game. Anything can happen, man. It's high school football.
Yeah, fumble, pick up, scoop and score, or pick 6, whatever. And
Absolutely.
so, big play. You never know. So here's the deal. Let's take a break, and we'll be back. 6:50 to go in the halftime break. This is Clint Davis, Jeff Curry, Jim Fuller, Mid-Carolina High School. Cyclones up 13-0.
We hope everyone has a great evening. And go Rebels.
I'd have been up there to the fourth quarter. I'm sure.
Just by way to finish that conversation I had, so when we're close to home, we pull the radio feed out of the radio, which we have right in front of us, and that's how we hear, and we have better breaks because we can actually hear the feed, and we go back and forth. We hear it in real time. And so when we have that, we put the feed right out of the radio into the computer. Our goal next season is to figure out a way to send the radio feed out of the station, not just to the radio, but also straight to a podcast. We'll figure out another way to send the signal. If we can figure it out before playoffs, we'll do that because Chester's at home the first week of the playoffs, and so we definitely are able to send a regular feed through the computer podcast from home because we have a very strong signal and we can hear that from the radio exactly. And then as we go on the road, so maybe we'll have to figure out another way to send the actual game feed to the radio that then Bill takes from the studio and adds the breaks to and sends out on the radio. And so if we could figure out how to do that in another avenue, then we could send out through the Spreaker podcast or maybe through a tuned-in podcast or something. We can send the actual game from the radio straight, and that way we can send that link to everybody. And you can hear it just like you're listening to the radio. So anyway, that's a technical explanation, but just thank you guys for listening. If you were listening last week, you heard me singing the Cha-Cha Slide. You heard me talking about all kind of stuff. I wasn't singing. I was kind of humming along, because I had to just talk about all kind of stuff. Travis put it on Twitter that way, but that's just the reality of the situation that we're in. And so, anyway, thanks guys for listening. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
can't hear Jimbo. We got no sound for Jimbo tonight, and I can't understand why. My mixer's not picking his microphone up yet, so I'm going to have to figure something out there because we don't want not to be able to hear 8-1. I mean, all that wisdom he brings to the table.
We were actually
all right. We're back here, and the Cyclones up 13-0 at the half over Mid-Carolina, the Rebels, and the Rebels are over there. They, if you're the coaching staff, we talked about this, Jeff, going into the last break. But if you're the coaching staff of Mid-Carolina, you got to be somewhat excited, or at least feel somewhat good about the situation you're in. I mean, you haven't done anything. I mean, nothing. You got 1 first down the entire game on offense, and yet you're only down 13-0, 2 scores.
Exactly.
And the Cyclones have had the ball in your territory. I'd love to see that. We don't have the
every possession.
We don't have the time of possession, but the Cyclones have had it. They've started in your territory multiple times, and I'd love to see the time of possession. It's got to be 2-1.
We have not punted.
No, it's got to be 2-1, and yet still you're only down 13, and so certainly they'll be
a nice defensive stand there right before halftime.
Yeah, so you've definitely got to be somewhat encouraged if you're a coaching staff of the Mid-Carolina Rebels. But we expect the Cyclones to take the kick here, drive down the field with a little renewed energy and stick 6 on the board and put this game out of reach. Because I think if they get up 3 scores, it's going to be really hard. I think it's really hard hill for Mid-Carolina.
Really tough on them. I think it's going to be tough right now on them, just down 2 scores. But the ball bounces funny. and doesn't always bounce your way. So they're really just one turnover away, one big play from really being back in this football game.
Right, come out, fumbled kickoff and recovered, or whatever. You get it deep in Cyclone territory, you got a chance to put a short field, put 6 on the board, and you're only down 6 or 7 points, and you can potentially make a run, feel better about yourself. So the Cyclones need to come out, put their foot on the gas, and put 6 on the board, finish this drive off, Jimbo, with a touchdown, and go ahead and start putting this game out of reach.
I do have a bit of bad news, though.
Opening possession from Jimbo. Yes, Jeff.
Closest QT is 22 miles away.
Oh.
And it's the opposite direction.
Don't make me drive all the way up to Clinton.
I'm okay with it. I'm not in a hurry to get home.
Hey, look here.
You're the one.
We got to go out here. We
tomorrow.
might go out here. We might go out here and hit 26, go all the way to Clinton if we need to.
Well, that would be it, right off the Clinton exit.
Come up 72 through the Sumter Forest, just so we can sip a Big Q and eat a fritter.
And a fritter. We're going to have a fritter.
If there's a fritter on the rack, we will have
Hey, look here. We had Roma's Euro for supper. Jeff had a pizza the size of Chester County, and then we had
Well, it was a 10-inch pizza, but thank you. So last Sunday I flew in. Listen to this. You'll appreciate this. Last Sunday I flew in from Orlando, got in about 9-something, 10 o'clock, got off the Carowinds Boulevard at the QT, and it was about 10:30, and I got me a Diet Mountain Dew and a fritter.
That's what I'm talking about.
What time did you go to sleep?
It was about 1-ish.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew to offset the sugar and the sweat.
Well, you were riding high, baby.
I was, man. I'm gonna tell you something.
That caffeine and sugar high.
But listen, I've learned the truck comes in about 9:30 or 10. So I mean, when I hit it, they were hot. They were good to go.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. We in trouble because there ain't nothing between here and Chester beside the Monticello Mart. And I'm gonna go with we don't want a fritter from the Monticello Mart.
We might have to pick up some roadkill.
All right, we gonna take a break. We'll be back. Cyclones up 13-0 during the halftime here at Mid Carolina High School. Peyton Stillwell's in the house.
Oh.
What's up, baby?
Rain. The socks and the Stros canceled tonight. Rain.
In Boston.
Potential for
Tropical storm. Oh, that's Fuller. That's August 22nd, dude.
Fuller, killing him.
Hey, all right, it's time. We got to take his phone away from him. We have got to take your phone away from him, Fuller. Fuller is literally almost. He's 2 months behind in news. He's going to catch up by December.
Come on, 8-1. It ain't 1981 anymore.
He's saying, hey, game's canceled tonight. And I'm looking, well, yeah, it says, that's August 22nd. I had just had a birthday the week before that. That seems like a year ago.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, golly.
Clover and Gaffney, 7-0 at halftime. Gaffney, that's hard to believe. Bowling Springs 22, Fort Mill 3.
Wow. Stros up 1-0 in the game that was not canceled.
My goodness gracious.
Well, why do they put something that old on it?
I don't know. Google controls the world, man.
Well, that's
I love Jimbo.
I do too.
Oh, 8-1 over there.
8-1.
Get fired up about
You
the
know,
game.
with another
8-1 about ready to hunker down in a poncho.
You know who another famous 8-1 was?
Who?
T.O., baby.
T.O. Tory Holt.
Terrell Owens.
Yeah, but Tory Holt was 8-1.
May we help you?
I'm going to get my phone charged by the car, and I'm coming to sit in here with you.
Okay, come on. That's all right. Y'all both can come in here and sit if you want to. You're not bothering us.
All right, we're back here at Mid
You're
Carolina
president
High
of the Booster
School.
Club.
Cyclones, there you go. Cyclones up 13-0 at the halftime break. Cyclones on the field stretching. Mid Carolina ready to go. Cyclones will receive the open kick of the second half and hopefully drive down the field and put 6 on the board and go ahead and start trying to put this game out of reach. They've been dominant. I mean dominant. When I say dominant, I mean dominant. For one first down for Mid Carolina all game. They haven't been into Cyclone territory. And the time of possession has to be 2-1 in Cyclone's favor. And so they've been able to move the ball left and right, up and down the field inside the 15 to 15. They've struggled inside the 15. And the field gets short. Cyclones have not been able to take advantage of those short yardage positions and short yardage situations. I think that's where they miss Zan Dunham greatly there, Jeff.
Yeah,
Because
he's a different. I mean, he's when you're 3rd and 3, as we talk a lot of times, it's 3rd and Zan, right, or
Right.
4th and Zan.
That's right.
Yeah. So a couple scores, guys. Halftime, Great Falls down to Hickory Christian, 18-12. Hickory Christian returned an interception for a touchdown just before halftime. And just a little bit of reminder here: second quarter, Indian Land 13, Catawba Ridge 7.
All right, go Warriors.
No,
well,
it's
that's
not.
okay, but I still say go Warriors.
That was my,
I like-
upset special of the week.
I like old Coach Blades over there.
Well, that's not. He's not head coach there anymore, Clint.
He's not?
No, and I didn't know that either. And Travis texted that to me the other night, and I didn't know that. And then I was reading the news yesterday. I was reading something online, and it's another dude. I don't know who. So I have no idea where he went.
All right, let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back as we get ready for the second half here. Cyclones up 13-0. Cyclone football on WRBK.
Come on, Warriors. The Copperheads.
Tell you what, man, if the Copperheads lose that game, that would be highly confusing. That's just a confusing situation. I know the kid's young. He's been hurt. I know he's been hurt too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. And you got to have other players around you. High school's one of those situations.
Oh, yeah.
You don't.
One guy can't do it all.
You don't create. You don't recruit players to fit the scheme or to hit the strength
Well, unless
of your
you're
quarterback.
certain other high schools.
Well, if you're
in the
Dutch Fork, you do. But yeah. So I think that's a tough situation for. So, but surely you would think they'd be able to throw it a little bit.
Cyclone's going to receive the kickoff. They're not expecting a deep kick. 4.
All right, we're back here at Mid-Carolina High School. Cyclones up 13-0, getting ready to receive the kick from Mid-Carolina. On the kick is number 41 for Mid-Carolina, Chris Chapman. He's a 5'8", 145-pound young man. He has an onside kick.
They almost lined up like they were expecting that.
Cyclones recovered it. That must be on the tape. DJ Stevenson recovered it for the Cyclones. I'm going to tell you guys, I don't think that was smart.
I think it was awful, as a matter of fact.
I mean, you got a chance. You're only a 2-score
Right.
game. Why do you kick it off and give it to him at the 45?
You're giving the ball on the 45, and let's just be honest, he just kicked it straight. It's not like he kicked it at an angle and tried to make it wobble some different way. It just – no.
Coach Floyd's
Thank
team
you.
offense takes the field. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation behind Kevin Anderson. Darius Head right behind the right guard at the H-back position. Janine McCullough in the backfield with Trooper. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to look down the field. He's going to throw. He's got a man coming across the middle. That's Reggie Heath Jr. Oh, man, just barely overthrew him. I tell you what, he and Reggie Heath have been very close to connecting tonight. If he was able to bring that down about 2 yards, that's 6 points.
I'm going to say this. I think Trooper Floyd, before he leaves, is going to be pretty special. I just like the way he spins the football.
He throws it well, and he stands in there.
He's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger, and he's going to get better.
Jaquan Carter in the game for the Cyclones on with A.J. Feaster. Head and Moss go out of the game. McCullough moves to the right side along with Carter. And 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Mid-Carolina in a 4-2 defense. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He hands it off the Feaster up the middle. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Cyclones. A.J. Feaster, 55-yard touchdown run. Beautiful play call by Coach Floyd, and a beautiful run by A.J. up the middle and well blocked by those interior linemen.
He got past the linebackers, and it was Katie bar the door, baby.
He was gone. He was gone. All right, here comes Cyclones bringing on their – going to go for 2 here. D.C. Carter in the game with Kajarius Jackson.
I think we're going to run a little bit of wildcat here. It looks like
Darius Head and Shadeen McCullough in the backfield. Jordan Land comes off the field. Cyclones are split. I mean, they got split 5 yards between the linemen. McCullough takes a shotgun snap. Is going to run over the left side. Touchdown. Cyclones 2-point conversion's good. Now we're up 21-0. 11:42. I feel a lot better about this one, boys.
Yeah.
Cyclones up 21-0. 11:42 to go in the third. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Cyclone football on WRBK. Now that's what we're talking about right there again.
Yeah,
that's
that
what
was-
we needed. Come out with a little fire under the belly.
He broke that line of scrimmage out and nobody close.
No, No, I imagine a little bit of that fire was given to them by Coach Victor Floyd at the halftime break.
Beta Club table at the gate. Delana Sherman, please report to the Beta Club table at the gate. Anthony Wicker and Andrew Washington back to receive the kick.
All right, we're back here at Mid-Carolina High School. Henry Glenn's kick was high, taken by Wicker at his own 5-yard line. He's still driving his feet. Feaster's holding on for dear life. He got a good return of about 25 yards on the run, and so the Mid-Carolina Rebels will put it in play 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line, moving left to right.
Halftime score, we got C.A. Johnson 14, Louisville 7. C.A. Johnson stops Louisville on 4th down at their own 23-yard line and then goes 77 yards in 19 seconds to take the lead.
Quarterback under center takes the snap, runs over, hands it to Whitaker at the I formation. He goes over the left side off tackle. He gets 5 yards, tackled under there by Antonio Hopkins for the Cyclones.
Tell you what, he came close to breaking that one off.
Mid-Carolina remains in that slow offense in the huddle. Break the huddle. Now they stay in the I formation. 2nd and 5, balls at the 40, moving left to right against the Cyclone 3-3-5 defense. Hands it to second man on the I formation, Wicker, and he's going to get out there. Antonio Hopkins tried his best to take his head off, but Wicker was going down.
He did. He came in and laid the wood to him.
Wicker was going down already. Brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Rebels. If you're 3rd down and 3 for the Rebels in that I formation, you got to be thankful, and you got to like where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, this is where they want to be, from a down and distance perspective. I mean, they've been 3rd and very long,
right,
and that's just not good for them. So this is manageable for them, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is 4-down territory for these guys. I mean, what do you got to lose?
Oh, no. Mid-Carolina under center in the I formation. That big fullback in there, number 30, Michael Lindler. Cyclones jump off sides. A.J. Feaster on the coming on a blitz and jumps off sides. Coach Floyd having a conversation with him as well as Coach Caldwell. That's a 5-yard penalty. Second first down for Mid-Carolina tonight. Moves the ball to the 43-yard line of the Rebels. 48-yard line of the Rebels. They were on the 43. D.C. Carter, Darius Head at the nose tackle position. Carter at the left tackle. Kajarius Jackson at the right tackle. Linebackers for the Cyclones, Jalen Mays, Jalen Moss, Jordan Bowser, and Maurice Feaster. Cyclones bringing blitz. Quarterback's running to his left, running for his life. He throws it up. Reggie Heath Jr. is the closest one to it. Ball falls incomplete. Good coverage, good pressure by the Cyclones there. Antonio Hopkins on pressure as well.
It's really hard to run throwing backwards.
Yeah.
And he's limping. He's been limping since the first quarter. I don't know if he took a hit, something. He's also the punter. But he's limping a little bit over there, so he's
goes to the sideline, gets his play call. Now he comes to tell his team in the huddle. 9:45 to go in the third. Cyclones just took a 21-0 lead on the second play of the third quarter from scrimmage for the Cyclones. 55-yard touchdown by Sherrod Feaster. Mid-Carolina in the I. Quarterback under center. Hands it off to the man. The man who dots the I, Wicker. He's over the left side. He makes one man miss. He's getting to the hole. Got a little bit of running room on the left side. He stops, jumps a couple tackles, and gets forward to about the 35-yard line on a nice run over the left side where he strung the Cyclones out. He gained 16 on the play and a first down.
Tell you what, number 3 runs hard.
Yeah, Wicker's a good running back.
He is cat-like quick.
He's got some speed around the corner.
Like Darren Sproles, except just not as thick.
He's a junior. Stay in the I formation. Quarterback takes a snap on a fullback dive. Cyclones meet him in the hole, though, and take him down. That's Lindler over the left side. I have noticed that they want to run over that left side, Jeff, that most of their plays are over the left side of that offensive line.
Yeah, they've tried to run that fullback, that quick hitter to the fullback a couple times and really have gotten nowhere.
They've either decided they like their left guard and left tackle matchup against Kajarius Jackson, or they think that's the weaker side of the Cyclone defense. And I just would imagine they like their linemen more so than that being the weak side, because Kajarius is quite a good defensive lineman. Quarterback under center, hands it off, fakes the handoff, little play action pass. Cyclones give chase. He throws it downfield, got a man open. That's
picked off.
That's Zeke Evans, picks it off inside the 5-yard line at the 2 for the Cyclones. And the quarterback is looking for a roughing the passer. He does not get it. And Inspector Gadget runs down the field from the referee position and marks the ball at the 2-yard line, where the Cyclones will take it over 1st and 10 from their own 2. Cyclones trying to get all their personnel right. Got DJ Stevenson in now, trying to get one of the defensive backs who needs a little breather, so they subbed him out for DJ Stevenson to get him set up. Now here comes Jules in the game. Jules McCullough.
He's going to play left and right tackle.
Jules. Cyclones run their guys on field real quick, get them set up to avoid a delay of game. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. That's Raphael Pendergrass. Raphael catches it at the 15-yard line, 18-yard line out of bounds. Cyclones have it 1st and 10. Good throw by Trooper.
I don't know if it was intended to throw. I don't know if he was looking the wrong way and the throw was directed the wrong way, but it was a really well-thrown football.
He made a great adjustment, Raphael did in the air.
He really did.
He was looking inside, turned back to the outside, and caught it over his shoulder. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun. Cyclones trying to push some pressure on him here. Up 21-0. Hands it off. No, he fakes the handoff throws it to Raphael in the flash. Raphael makes a man miss. 25-30, 35-40. Oh, he's down the field. He gets tackled at the 35-yard line. I thought he was going to get to the 40, and I thought he was going to break free. I really did.
Clint was 5 yards ahead.
Yes,
I was, baby. I was looking ahead. My mind's always ahead, boys.
You're ahead, and Fuller's 2 months behind the news. What's going on here?
Hey, look, man, I'm always ahead, baby. That's how you stay sharp. Stay ahead. All right, Trooper Floyd in the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Takes the snap. Hands it off to McCullough up the middle. McCullough makes a couple men miss, and then he gets over to 35. Gains about 1 on the play. He was dragged down from behind by number 57 for the Rebels of Mid-Carolina, Zach Hornsby, and number 52, Ezreal Prater. They got big number 79 in the game now. I don't have a number for him, but he deserves a name in the program.
He's a big one.
He's a stud. I'd like to see him and Jules go at it.
Him and Biscuit.
Cyclones in the shotgun. Trooper Floyd takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, throws it over to Jaquan Carter. Oh, he got a good block out here by Reggie Heath Jr. He's still on the feet. He stumbled. He's kept good balance, and he got about 3 more yards after his stumble. He put the ball down and his hand down on the ground, and Reggie Heath Jr. is getting in there yakking. And good move by the officiating crew. That was a great move by the officiating crew.
57 for Mid-Carolina got his feelings hurt because he got blocked.
Got blocked by a receiver, and they're going to call some kind of penalty on the Cyclones here. Holding. Oh, that's a terrible call. That is a terrible call. I saw that happen right in front of me. There was no holding by Reggie Heath there, Jimbo.
No.
Oh, that's a bad call. The Cyclones got a bad call. They called a hold on Reggie Heath Jr., and that was not a hold.
Yeah, you got the shaft in.
Man, that's a tough one there, Jeff.
Yeah, I didn't see it, guys. I didn't see any hold at all whatsoever.
No, Reggie Heath he just blocked the guy, I thought. So instead of being 1st and 10 for the Cyclones, it's 2nd down and 18 or so. Trooper Floyd has the ball in the shotgun, takes it, going to roll to his right. Looking down the field, he's got a man, Raphael Pendergrass, in the flats. Raphael tries to make a man miss. He does not. He loses 2 yards. Coach Floyd is having a conversation with Trooper. Throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, when you're 3rd and 18, that's just not going to get you very far. They defended that pretty well, too.
This is the C4 play. We call this the dynamite play. Plastic explosive, says Jimbo, who spent some time in the U.S. military. Oh, Trooper Floyd thinks it's not going to snap. He fumbles it. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to try to throw. He's got tackled in the backfield. That ball was that was a bundle from the get-go for the Cyclones.
That thing went bad right after the holding play, guys. 2 bad plays in a row for the Cyclones. They're going to be punting for the first time tonight, guys.
Cyclones had it 1st and 10, picked up enough yardage for a first down or maybe 2nd down and real short, and then it went back on a hold that was not a hold in my opinion. Henry Glenn gets a good snap from Jalen Moss. Here's a high spiral. It's going to hit about the 50-yard line. Take a Cyclone roll inside the 45 down to the 35-yard line.
Good punt by Henry.
It'll be down by the Cyclone defenders, and Mid-Carolina put it in play 1st and 10 from their own 35. First punt of the night was a good one from Henry Glenn. Ball's actually going to be spotted at the 36-yard line. 6:06 to go in the third. Clint Davis, Jeff Kerr, Jim Fuller. Cyclones up 21-0 over the Rebels from Mid-Carolina.
The Cyclones did a good job on that last offensive possession just to get out of the bad situation, deep in their own territory, but then 2 bad plays in a row forced us to punt.
Quarterback Arnault under center. Stay in the I formation. Anthony Wicker dots the I. Fullback's number 20, Jonathan Hicks. Takes the handoff, hands it off to Wicker over the left side. He's got some running room. 45-yard line. Going to get close to the 46 and enough for a first down. I believe it is. He got to the 47, gained 11, and a first down. Jalen Moss comes off the field for the Cyclones. Trajan Pete on the field. Cyclones going to go with 4 down linemen here, leaving Jordan Bowser and Antonio Hopkins on the field at the linebacker position. Sherrard Feaster is going to play the spur position or strong safety, along with number 1, Raphael Pendergrass. Zeke Evans flips from the left side to the right side to go in coverage along with Reggie Heath Jr. Cyclones bring a pressure. Antonio Hopkins got there, but he threw it backwards to his running back. He's got some running room. 50, 45-yard line, 40, 35-yard line. He's still trying to drive his way forward. Wicker did. I tell you what, man, Antonio Hopkins almost blew that one up, but that was a beautiful play by the quarterback.
There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong on that play for the Rebels, but it actually one thing that needed to happen went right, and he was able to complete the pass.
Threw a pass backwards to his running back Wicker out of that position, out of that I position on really what was in essence a toss sweep, and Wicker picked up a big chunk of yardage. The Rebels have it 1st and 10 at their own. At the Cyclone 33. Cyclones bringing pressure again, handed to Wicker up the right side, and there Antonio Hopkins hits him in the hole, and the gain 1 brings up 2nd down and 9, and Wicker's slow to get up. Old T will hit you hard, baby.
Yeah, I think Wicker knew at that time when he came.
Big running back comes in the game, number 30, Michael Lindler. He's a junior, 6'1", 215-pound linebacker and running back. They're going to move Hicks from the fullback to the tailback and bring Lindler in at the I formation, the fullback. Cyclones jump off sides. That's Trajan P. from freshman for the Cyclones. Right over the nose of the football. That's a 5-yard penalty. Brings up 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 4 for the Rebels. Ball's on the Cyclone 26-yard line. Rebels have the first time they've had it in Cyclone territory. Second time they've had it in Cyclone territory tonight. And last drive and this drive. Cyclones got an interception on the previous drive. Cyclones struggling to get lined up. Quarterback hands it off to his running back over the left side. Cyclones give chase. He breaks a couple tackles. He's upfield. 15-yard line, going to go out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. That's enough for a first down. He's inside the 15. He's going to spot him at the 14-yard line where the Rebels will put it in play 1st and 10 against the Cyclone defense. Trajan P. comes off the field. Jalen Moss comes on for the Cyclones. Back to the 3-3-5 defense for Coach Caldwell.
Cyclones up 21-0 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Mid-Carolina breaks the huddle. Quarterback Arnault goes under center. He moves his fullback from his right to his from right behind him to his right. He runs a counter play to Wicker over the left side. He's still running hard. Cyclones give chase. They're going to run him out of bounds inside the 10-yard line after he gained about 7 on the play. Brings up maybe 6. Brings up 2nd down and 4. Ball's on the Cyclone 8-yard line. Maybe 9. Got to get inside the 5 for a first down. Cyclone defense. Darius Head having conversation with the linebackers, getting them everybody lined up and getting them right. Quarterback stays in that same formation. On an offset eye. Got the Cyclones to jump off sides again. That's Darius Head again. It's the Cyclones interior linemen who are killing them on these offsides.
Third time tonight, guys.
Cyclones up 21-0, but they got to quit jumping off sides. Those interior linemen, there's no excuse for it. Coach Floyd's going to call a timeout. That's enough for a first down. Be first and goal for the Mid-Carolina Rebels from the Cyclone 4. Coach Floyd calls timeout to have a word with his defense. We'll take it with him. Cyclones up 21-0, 3:20 to go in the third.
$13 to 7. Oops, I'm out.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
We'd like to thank a few of our business sponsors tonight. First Community Bank, Zestos of Chapin, Newberry Junior Firefighter, MM Tech, Newberry Internal Medicine, Palmetto Fine Arts, Chapin Rehabilitation. Thank you for your support of Rebels football.
Bill, text me if you don't have us. We had lost power for a second. We've got it back now, though.
The man next to us right here videoing for the Cyclones. He's going old school tonight.
All right, back at Mid-Carolina High School, Cyclones. And Mid-Carolina Cyclones up 21-0. Mid-Carolina has it first and goal, however, inside the Cyclone 5. Quarterback under center hands it off to that.
No, thank you.
To the second man through. Trying to run an isolation play from an offset I formation. Cyclones met him in the backfield for a loss of 3. Second down and goal from the 8. Three minutes to go. The third, Cyclones up 21-0 here over Mid-Carolina. And the second goal from the 8 of Cyclones. Quarterback under center, offset off to the left. Pitch to the left to his running back.
Nice block outside.
And the Cyclones give chase. They're going to let him out. Oh, he makes a cut and miss. I thought the Cyclones had him for a loss. That's a touchdown for Mid-Carolina.
Touchdown, Rebels!
Defenders.
Anthony Wicker with the carry. Nice effort from him.
And he turned it into a gain of 8 and a touchdown. So it is 21-6 with 2:35 to go in the third. We got a ball game here, boys.
Yeah, we do.
Chris Chapman on to attempt the PAT, making on off with the hold.
Chapman on the kick. Arnault is the holder. Got a good snap. Cyclones give chase. Antonio Hopkins almost blocks it, but the kick is up. And the kick is good. 2:35 to go in the third. Cyclones up 21-7. We'll take a break, and we'll be back.
Carolina Rebels 7.
Clay sent me a text, says he can't hardly hear us right now. I don't know what that means. Oh, he can't hardly hear us.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't know if it had anything to do with it.
We lost power for a second. But I hear fine.
Yeah. C.A. Johnson returned the opening kick.